What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Hangout spot where you already know it's real talk, boxing talk, live from my man cave. It's your boy Johnny, and I am your host for another edition of the Hangout spot live. This time, the Monday night edition. Champ is here. Champ is here. Champ is here. Let's get ready to rumble. What's going on? Welcome aboard. That entrance never gets old from the great Michael Buffer, man. What's going on, community? Welcome back to another episode, man. You know how we do it up here. We had to go live Monday night, man, because we had hella boxing going on this weekend, man. And your boy was tired, man. Your boy was tired yesterday on Sunday, man, because I was out and about, boots to ground, getting that work done at the arenas, man. Friday, I was at Caribbean Royale, Orlando, the beautiful Caribbean Royale. Shout out to all my people over there. Box Lab Promotions, Most Valuable Promotions, put together a nice prospect card that was actually streaming live on DAZN. Main event was a heavyweight fight that ended up being a very, very good scrap. Daniel the Fear Pero, the Cuban heavyweight who is undefeated and is trained by the great Bob Santos, actually wins that fight by unanimous decision. But he faced some adversity, man. He got dropped twice in the second round, man, and that place went crazy. But it was a good heavyweight scrap, man. We had some really, really good fights on that card. And then Saturday, we were boots to ground, man, in Kissimmee, Florida. Silver Spurs Arena. ProBox put together another tremendous card that was headlined by Erickson Lubin against Adriel Holmes. And Erickson Lubin ends up taking care of business, man. And I was so happy that he ended that fight in a stoppage, man, because y'all know how I do, man. I rock with the ProBox fighters. Erickson Lubin, I had spent some time in his training camp. You know, I watched him spar. He was looking sharp in sparring. I interviewed him. I spoke to him off camera. And, I'm just so happy for him, man. So happy for him because he really, really wanted this fight, man. This was sort of like, at 29 years old, this was sort of like, in his opinion, in the way I took the conversation, it was like a crossroad fights. You know what I'm saying? It's another eliminator. He's been down that road. This time, this was for an IBF eliminator against an undefeated fighter, a hungry undefeated fighter. And he was fighting in front of his hometown, man. He's from Kissimmee, Florida, and he was so looking forward, to showing out in front of his family and friends. And they came out for him, man. And, he ended it in spectacular fashion, man. With a TKO late in that fight. And let me tell you something, man. From the time the fight ended to the time this dude actually went to the locker room, it had to be about 45 minutes to an hour, man, because he was just relishing the moment, man. When he came out of the ring, he was just chopping it up with people, taking pictures. He was just so happy and elated. It was good. It was good to see him win that fight, but there was a lot of other good fights on that card. Family was on that card, man. Shout out to Coach Mark Ferre, man, who went undefeated that night, a clean sweep, 4-0 for his fighters, man. Mark the man, bro. Mark is the man. Lubin, this was his first fight with Erickson Lubin. He took care of business. We had Darrell Blast Valsaint, 154-pound prospect who's now 13-0 with 11 knockouts. He had an 8th-round stoppage, even though he faced adversity too. He actually broke his hand. Mark Ferre told me after the fight that he broke a bone in his hand in the second round, and he ended up stopping this dude, a tough dude, in the 8th round with a body shot, ended up breaking 2 ribs, bro. If you haven't checked out Blast Valsaint, man, y'all got to check out Blast, man. Shout out to Najee Lopez, light heavyweight prospect, now 14-0, 14-0 with 11 knockouts, man. Stepping up his competition against a Mexican fighter that had never been stopped. And he took care of business, man. A second round TKO. He promised me while I was at ProBox watching his training session as well that he was going to take care of business, and he did it. Shout out to him. Shout out to Dominic Valle, man. We just had him on the show about a week and a half ago, bro. He opened up the main card, man, with a unanimous decision victory, bro. And I actually did a post-fight interview with Dominic. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that interview out and all my other live interviews. They are at the Hangout spot, ready for you guys to check it out. This weekend was no different. Like I said, we try to put in that work. But Sunday, man, I'm telling you, man, I was tired. My feet was hurting, man. I cannot do 2 fights in a row. Just moving around, walking around, seeing people, making contact. contacts, trying to get content, for the channel. I mean, it was crazy, bro. I got home Saturday night, bro, and I was beat. I was beat, man. But Sunday was nothing but relaxation. I know I had mentioned that we were gonna probably go live Sunday, but I was just relaxing, man. I was relaxing. I had a nice cigar. We just cooled out, man. We cooled out. It was raining out here. It was actually a thunderstorm. We lost internet power for a little bit, so I'm lucky. Luckily, we didn't go live because we ended up losing power around the same time that I was about to go live. So we would have probably been live taking callers, and boom, the internet would have went out, and it would have been all jacked up. And you guys know I don't operate like that. I'm a lot more structured like that. It would stress me out. So I'm glad we didn't do a show, but we got one hell of a show in store tonight because we're gonna recap and we opening up the phone lines. I want y'all to call in and give me your comments on this weekend. What fights you liked? What fights you didn't like? What was the highlight of the weekend for you, man? We had hella boxing. Let's not mention the top ranked card, bro. The top ranked card, which I didn't get a chance to see until late Saturday night when I got home. I saw most of it on Sunday as well. Navarrete against Charlie Suarez. Controversy, ends up being stopped due to a cut in the 8th round that Suarez clearly opened on Navarrete's forehead with a punch. There was saying it was an accidental headbutt. That's nasty work.
This is nasty. It smelled like a toilet full of nasty ass shit, okay?
Absolutely. That's absolutely what happened. I mean, the replays were pretty conclusive to me, even though they were saying that the replays were inconclusive. Top Rank was saying that the replays were inconclusive. And that was just terrible, man. Terrible. They cost this man Charlie Suarez an opportunity to probably win that fight. Who knows? I mean, Navarrete was doing what Navarrete does. With that really, really awkward style, punches coming from different angles. Shout out to him. Obviously, there was, it was publicized coming into this fight that he was having trouble making weight. But, Navarrete fights the way Navarrete fights. But Charlie Suarez was game, bro. He was landing some big shots as well, man. I would have been curious to see how that fight would have played out had they let it continue. Now there's talks, obviously, that they may change it to a no contest. I don't know if that's official. This is just what I was hearing late last night. I checked it out on Boxing Scene, I believe, on their website that they were thinking about or that they were going to probably reverse this decision into a no contest. I don't know if that was made official. I hadn't seen anything yet. Maybe you guys who call in can let me know if you've seen anything, but they need to change that and they need to run that back, bro. Give this man his opportunity, because that was not a headbutt. It was caused by a punch. It was clear. So I'd be interesting to see, to hear what you guys think about that. Murataya did his thing. I mean, he is now an interim IBF champion at lightweight, 23-0, 17 knockouts. He beat a tough opponent, man, Zaire Abdullayev. It was a pretty consistent, solid performance. Nothing earth-shattering, but Murataya did what he needed to do against, again, a tough opponent whose only loss was to Devin Haney, and he's beaten some good guys in that ring. I mean, Hank Lundy, Jorge Linares. No pushover by any means. On paper, I was excited about that fight. It went to decision. Wasn't a lot of fireworks in it, but it was a good, solid scrap. Shout out to Ray Murataya. Now, what's next for him? I'd be interested to hear what you guys say. Who do you want next for Ray Murataya? I've been screaming for a Keyshawn fight, and now potentially, who knows? Maybe that could happen. I know there was some mention, obviously, with him being the IBF interim about, a possible fight with Lomachenko. But to me, I haven't heard from Lomachenko, bro. That dude's ghost, bro. Is he fighting again or is he retired? Because, listen, you can't keep talking about a fighter who you haven't heard from in God knows how long. I mean, he was supposed to get that Tank fight. He pulled out of that fight. So I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't think we see Lomachenko anymore. Rightfully so, man. He's had a great career. No reason for him to continue to fight unless it's big fights. So who knows? I don't know if if he ends up. I think Mark Kriegel said after that fight that that they had until, I think Lomachenko had up till October 8th or something to make a decision or to make a defense before that. If not, obviously he'd be stripped. And then more than likely they would elevate Murataya to the full IBF champion. But it'd be interesting to see if he takes a fight before that against who. Again, I want to hear your thoughts, man. We had Anthony Kakachi against Lee Wood. That fight went down. Kakachi did his thing, bro, and stopped Lee Wood. Is this the end for Lee Wood, man? I'd be interesting to hear what y'all think about that. But y'all know the rules, man. Y'all know the ground rules if you're watching this live on YouTube, man. Smash that like button. It's going to help us get this channel out into other boxing fans' algorithm so they know we rock out weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We doing call-in shows. Last week we did overtime, bro. We had 2 great interviews. Franchon Cruz DAZN was on the Hangout spot. The WBA, WBC Super Middleweight Women's Champion. She was in the building. Great interview. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out at the Hangout spot. We had 16-year-old prospect signed with Danny Garcia's Swift promotion, David King Garcia, who's 3-0, 2 knockouts. He was on the show with his dad. Great interview. You guys know I love the father-son trainer combination. I just love it. And that was a spectacular interview. And after that, we opened up the phone lines. We opened up the phone lines a lot. This is going to be a regular at the Hangout spot. When we're not doing the interviews, we opening up the phone lines, man. I love hanging with y'all. And we're going to continue to open up the phone lines. And even when we do the interviews, like I said, we'll get the interviews over with, and then we'll open up the phone lines, bro. We are not afraid to work overtime, man. But who we got on the check-in, man? I see the chat is already cooking. Y'all know what it is. If you're watching this live on Facebook, throw me a like. You can comment. But better yet, come on over to YouTube, man, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Y'all know the deal. I'm sure y'all all subscribe, but whatever y'all done to help me get more subscribers, man. Are y'all on the phone? Are y'all telling people, yo, Johnny's doing it up, man. Y'all got to show my man some love. We trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, bro. We trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We are probably a little bit less than 200 subscribers. Help me get there, man. It's free to subscribe, man. And last but not least, keep the chat going, man. I love when the chat is engaged. Y'all talking that shit to each other. Y'all showing me love. But I expect a lot of chats, a lot of chatter going back and forth. So you know the deal, bro. If you want to make sure a question is read or a comment is read, Super Chat is the way to go, man. If you want to throw your brother a donation, Super Chat is the way to go. Cash App below. Scrolling. If you want to throw a brother a bone, donations are always welcome. And not to mention, I got one more shirt. I got one more Hangout Spot t-shirt, man. It's a large in gray. And I've already raffled off a couple last week. If we get to 10 super chats of $2 or more, I will raffle off this t-shirt, man. We going to open that raffle up, man. We going to open up that raffle, bro. If we get 10 or more super chats of $2 or greater, I will raffle off this t-shirt, bro. Last one we got in gray Hangout Spot t-shirt. Shout out to the winners last week. Your shirts have already been sent out in the mail. You should be getting them. And when you do get them, make sure you throw a picture up. Shoot it over to me on DM or email so that I could post it up and let everybody know that y'all showing the Hangout Spot love, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. All the love and support. But let's go out to the phone lines, man. Let's go out to the phone lines. We got my man Chad from Canada in the building. What's going on, Chad? Talk to me, brother.
You got me? Hey, Johnny. How are you, man?
I'm well, man. I'm doing well, bro. What's going on, man?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get this phone set up. I'm good. I'll be quick. Look, Kisachi and Wood. Yeah, I had Kisachi edging that fight, but I never thought he'd stop Wood in the fashion that he did. You know. However, I did think he would be aggressive and kind of going for it. So, you know, maybe size played a factor there, but I do kind of think Wood's best fights are behind him at this point. What's next for Wood? I don't know. I haven't really thought about what might be a good fight for Wood to try and maybe reestablish himself. I don't even know if that's what he's going to want to do. I haven't heard him say much. I didn't catch any of the post-fight talk, so I'm not even sure what Wood wants for himself. But Murataya, it's funny, he's interim champ now, and you know, interim has become this thing that I kind of don't really like so much anymore. Like, it was supposed to be really just a function of an absent champion. It's become something a lot more now. It's like they use it like another belt now, and I don't really like that. So, but here's the thing, with IBF, we kind of do have an absent champion. So it's funny, this is actually a situation where maybe IBF will actually put Murataya in Loma's place. He can fight as the champion if the champion is absent. So I'm kind of interested to see how that plays out. I mean, I know Loma's close to getting stripped anyway, but maybe Murataya will take a fight, and people can see how interim is actually supposed to work. So Navarrete, man, I mean, I made a comment in the chat, but like, we could do all these amazing things with digital technology. We got AI, but somehow we can't make a convincing replay. We can't get the right angle to view convincingly. It just seems crazy to me. And obviously, we know what's going on. We've seen them save Navarrete against Liam Wilson. And anyone that's listening to this that didn't see Navarrete versus Wilson, that's a companion fight to what just happened. Go and watch what happened, because it was, on one hand, Navarrete was did a veteran move, spitting out his mouth guard, but he did it right in front of the view of the ref. Everyone saw him do it. Like, he didn't hide it at all. And the count they gave him after, he must have had 40 seconds to a minute of grace from where he was knocked down to where he spat out his shield. I mean, to me, Wilson should have won that fight. They saved Navarrete in that fight too. Why do we need to save Navarrete? Why? Why is he so important to Top Rank? That what, like, the fans don't want to see Navarrete get knocked out? They don't want to see him get hurt? Like, I do. I mean, if he's not it, then let's see that he's not it. And let Suarez wear the belt, and let's see where Suarez can go. And if he's not it, someone will take it from him. Just like what's going on at 140 with belts getting moved around. Yeah, Rayo. That's how it's supposed to work. Them stepping in and saving these guys is whack. And then I had one last thing I wanted to say quick, Johnny, and that was just, I listened to Dan Canobio and Chris Algier talking about, how can we improve the system so that guys can't give us fights like Haney and Ryan and all those like really whack fights where they're not throwing, they're not doing nothing. And they had mentioned that Pride Fighting used to have, I guess, this system set out where they would penalize fighters. They spent too much time not throwing punches, and they would take percentages out of their purse. And I thought that was interesting. I don't know if that would be the solution for boxing, but I like the idea that they had any kind of system in place for that reason. Ultimately, I think the fans need to be the thing behind the change. If the fans express enough disgust, ultimately they'll react, right? But fans don't. The fighters do that, and then fans take to social media to defend them because it's their favorite fighter or whatever. But that's all I got, Johnny. I got to get back to work, brother. And I'm looking forward to hearing what everyone else has to say, man. I'll see you later, bro.
My brother always cooking, man. My brother is always cooking, man. Shout out to you, Chad. Appreciate the call, man. I mean, he said a lot of good stuff there. I mean, it's a good question. I'll address the Lee Wood thing. I don't know. I think this is over for him. At 36 years old, I don't know if we're going to see Lee Wood again. I'd be interesting to see where we see Kakachi at. There's a lot of potential for big fights there. He's actually number 3, I believe, in the 130-pound ring rankings right now as we speak. So there's some smoke there. I was thinking about Chad in this fight specifically because I know that he was very, very excited about this fight. Ray Murataya, I see him getting elevated to the full champion because I don't think we see Lomachenko again. And Navarrete, I mean, it is what it is, bro. He cooked. I don't understand in this day and age with modern technology, with replay. Remember, these guys have replay, bro. How do you have replay and you still get that shit wrong? That shit was disgusting, bro.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Disgusting. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But Chad, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they're able to implement something like that, with, to try to prevent boring fights. I doubt it, though. There'll just be a lot of bureaucracy around that. I just don't see it happening, bro. But it'd be good to see because at the end of the day, we just want to see good fights, right? We want to see good fights. What up, my man? Yen in the building. My man Mo Brains is in the building. Damn, man, I'm still on the clock. We chilling, though. We on the clock, baby. We working. We don't miss no days over here. I don't know what's going on over there. But we don't miss no days here in the Hangout spot. Weedy, salute to you, my brother. Killer Cam is in the building. That's right. Make sure you hit that like. Also, call somebody. Tell them to subscribe to the Hangout spot, man. We need less than 200 subscribers to get to 2,000. That's the first goal of many to come. Or I should say that's the next goal in many to come as we continue to grow. We got my man Zorro de la Vega. Alex Vega's in the building. Shout out to Alex Vega. I actually had a chance to chill with him this Friday. Alex was lit. He was having a good time, though, man. Alex, my guy. Ray Rodriguez, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome aboard on a Monday night. Recapping. Jersey Bob's in the building. My man, Nigerian Nightmare. What up, Johnny? I see you at work. We don't miss no days, bro. CJ with the check-in. What's going on, CJ? How I'm running against my guy, Johnny, too. Oh, man.
It smelled like a toilet full of nasty ass shit, okay?
Nasty work, bro. Nasty work. Shout out to you, Gasper. Thanks for joining. We got Hugo in the building. Again, man, I can't read through all these chats, man. We got hella callers today. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it at 4 minutes. And I had to take a page out of Ness's book, bro. So when you hear the bell, you know that's your 4 minutes, man. And we got to move to the next caller because I anticipate a lot of callers today. A lot of shit going down this weekend, and I want to get your take on it. Let's go back to the phone lines. We got my man Mikhail up in the building. What's going on, champ? You're on mute. You got to unmute, brother. While we wait for Mikhail to unmute, make sure you smash that like button. We got to get this channel out into the algorithm of other boxing fans. They got to know we rock out weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe. Keep the chat going. Again, we are doing a raffle, man. First 10 super chats of $2 or more. It could be 11 super chats. It could be 12. We're going to raffle off my last Hangout Spot t-shirt. This one is in a large. It's a gray. That's all I have left, but I did speak to the guy, and I am going to place another bulk order because I want to start selling these bad boys. I've been being asked, on DM, like, where can they get a Hangout Spot t-shirt? Right now, I'm just raffling off the few that I have. And then I'm going to place an order, a bulk order, and you guys are going to be able to come out and support and buy one, man. You guys are going to be able to buy one. Let's go back out to Mikhail. You good now, brother?
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's going on, man? Talk to me, man.
Man, in the gym, getting some work in, you know how I do. But, man, this weekend was pretty exciting. We had some controversy. Navarrete, man, what's up with that, man? That was ugly. That was nasty work, man. Like, first of all, it take you 3-4 attempts to make weight. That was crazy. So I didn't really expect him. I didn't know how he was going to look if the fight went, into the later rounds. He was doing his thing, but then the cut happens, and they rule it a head clash. So this is the thing, though. A lot is going on in the ring for the ref that's in the ring. I'm not faulting him. There's a lot going on. There was like a clash that it was a punch, and there was like a follow through, and there was like a little clash. There was a little, but it wasn't even on the same side that he actually got cut on. But we seen that in the replay. But we have replay. And Jack Reese was the one on the replay. Like, Jack Reese is a reputable referee. So it's like, okay, how did you miss that, bro? I mean, is you in Uncle Bob's pocket? Was that Uncle Bob's doing? I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, I hate that. But it's the thing, like, that we see, like, because in the same vein, we see Tank. Tank takes the knee. And the ref starts counting because that's what you do. But then he realizes it's Tank, and he goes, "Oh, I don't. If I can't give Tank a knockdown, not Tank." And he stops counting, and then they don't pick up the count. And so I feel like it was one of them situations where he goes, "Well, I can't rule anything. The video evidence is inconclusive, so because there was a clash of heads, and I don't know what really caused the cut, so I'm just going to go with the original ruling." I feel like he just that was a little bit of a cop-out that he didn't want to be the reason why Navarrete lost. So I think that was the situation there. And then back to Uncle Bob, man. Uncle Bob is a master. Then you got the Muratalla, right? So we've been wondering this whole time, why has Loma not said anything? Is he retired? Is he coming back? Is he fighting? Well, I think Loma Ben knew he was going to retire. And I think Bob Ben knew he was going to retire, but he was like, you know what? Don't say nothing quite yet, Loma, because then if you come out and retire and vacate, the belt's up for anybody. Let me position one of the guys, and he positioned Muratalla. Muratalla got the interim shot. And now I expect in the next month or so for Loma to come out and say, hey, I'm retired. And now Muratalla gets, he gets to be elevated to full champion. And now we got, another 35 belt over there in the Top Rank stable. And that's how Uncle Bob does it. Like, I mean, listen, I ain't mad at him. I wish I could get on Top Rank. Let me get some of that love.
Word.
let me get some of that positioning. You know what I'm saying? And you look at Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson goes against the grain, right? Bob Arum says, hey, don't take that fight. That's not the path we got you on. I got you. It's gonna take a little time. And I know some people that are a little bit close to Jared Anderson in that situation. And basically, the situation was, he a guy from the hood and he had an opportunity to change his family's life. So we said, you know what? I'm going to take the opportunity. And that's what he did. But at the same time, Uncle Bob was right. That wasn't the right fight. That wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So Top Rank is good with their matchmaking and their positioning and their building of fighters. I think they're probably the best out of all of the major promotions. Fast talking Eddie, he don't know how to do none of that. He just got some bread. But and back to Eddie, man. What's Eddie with the messy trying to lowball my guy Norman Jr.? But yeah,
I know.
man,
I heard about that, bro. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna reach out to Coach and try to get him on, but he's making his rounds today, bro. He was.
He made his rounds today. He made his rounds today. He was on every platform that I touched.
Podcast. I mean, I don't know how he finds that time because he's trained. They're training. They're up in Big.
When he was on Coach Malachi's platform, he actually was like, "Man, I gotta go. I'm out here. I'm supposed to be coaching. Like, coach, man."
So I was like, I don't want to bother him today, but I'll wait a couple of days. Maybe I'll get him on. If not, it's gonna be the same story, bro. Until they get in the ring, it's gonna be the same story. So I really didn't think it was anything breaking. Plus, again, I want the champ to get his work in, so I didn't want to interrupt him, bro. But you, my guy, brother. Great call, man. Great call.
You already know.
Appreciate you, brother. That's my man, Mikhail, doing it up, bro. He doing it up, bro. Let's go back out to the phone lines, though. We gonna go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Cash up in the building, bro. What's going on, champ?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. I saw you in the background doing that little thing. Show us a little bit. Show the viewers what you got there. Show the viewers what you got.
Can't give any secrets.
That's what's up. What's going on? You calling me all the way from Canada, man. Y'all know this is our amateur fighter here. If y'all ain't supporting Cash, make sure y'all support him on IG. Talk to me, champ.
Are you from Canada or no?
No, I'm in Florida, man.
Oh, I've been there once.
My guy Ryan from Boxing Talk Up North. If you ain't following him, follow him as well. He does a lot of good content. He's actually from Canada, man. I've had him on the show. But talk to me, man. Cook, man. What you think about this weekend?
I saw a Raymond Muratalla fight. Did you see him?
Yes, I did.
What do you think of him?
I like Ray. I've always been high on Ray Muratalla. He kind of disappointed me a little bit in the Endo Jenny fight. Even though, now you see what Endo Jenny's doing. He just won in Puerto Rico in an upset over an undefeated guy that he was fighting for an interim title or whatnot, or a regional title. And so I'm not as disappointed in that fight. But then again, the Tevin Farmer fight, I wanted him to look a little bit better. But I've always been high on Ray Muratalla. I think he has a lot of potential. I'm glad that he's already had that interim title. He's going to get himself in the mix.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of options for him now. Especially like that was a credible opponent as well that he beat. I think that puts him out there for I want to see him and Keyshawn. I think that would be interesting. I think their styles would be interesting, but I think that's also
the fight that I want to see.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's a step though. I mean, for Muratalla, I think. I don't know. How do you see that playing out?
Listen, man, and he's also trained by probably arguably one of the best trainers in boxing today. I mean, Robert Garcia. I think the sky's the limit for Ray, man. I love his demeanor too, man. He's all about business. He's a very serious guy. Just, he's just into his craft. You know, I like Ray. I do, man. I want to see him against the top dogs, though. I think that this may be a situation where the better guys bring more out of Ray Morataya.
Yeah. No, I just started watching him. I haven't seen too much of him, but I saw a bit of him this weekend. I like his style. I just like him as a boxer. I think he's great. Who's the fighter that missed weight by a bit? I don't know if he made it after. I think it was a Mexican fighter.
That was Navarrete. That was the main event in Top Rank that we're talking about with the whole cut and the controversy.
Right, yeah. I
He went
saw
to
the
the
cut. I
scorecard.
missed the fight though.
It's a good fight. It's actually a really good fight. Check it out. It goes 8. And let me know your thoughts when you do check it out. Obviously, they showed a ton of replays, and that cut was created by a punch, not a headbutt. They originally went to the scorecards because of an accidental butt, and he won on the scorecards. But I don't know if they've done it yet, but word was yesterday that they were going to overturn it to a no contest. So more than likely, you're going to see them scrap again. That's my guess.
That'll be interesting. I'll have to tune into that.
Yeah, check that out. If you got the ESPN app, it's up there already. It's free, or ESPN Plus or whatever it is. You can check that out. But good card again, solid card by Top Rank. As always, did you get a chance to see the Erickson Lubin main event on ProBox on Saturday?
No, I had a busy weekend. I was up traveling for sparring stuff, so I ended up having to watch some highlights. But too bad. I heard there's a big rematch this weekend though.
Which one is that one? We haven't even gotten into
Uh,
what's going on this week.
thought it was Johnny Fisher. Is that his name?
Well,
Having a
oh, Johnny
rematch.
Fisher, the heavyweight.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna probably get into that breakdown on Thursday's show.
Yeah.
We'll get into that or what's going on Thursday. And again, 2 solid. Well, this weekend was really, really good for me. Obviously, I was boots to the ground. Last weekend, the deal we all vented about
Yeah.
the cards other than Sunday. But it is what it is in boxing. You're gonna, you gotta live with the good and the bad. But I love it all. It doesn't matter. Good, bad, we here. We here to talk about it, man.
100%. It's a unique sport. Nothing like it. So
You gotta keep putting in that work, man, so that we can start talking about you one day.
hopefully.
Listen, when and not just that, but we'll get you here. We'll get you here in the hangout spot, bro.
That's where I want to be more than anything.
That's gonna be dope, man. That's gonna be dope, man. But yo, you gotta continue to call in, my brother.
I will. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, thank you for coming aboard, man. Make sure y'all support my man Cash, bro. Cash, where can they find you on IG so they can support?
CASS 10IS.
Just throw it in the chat if you can. That way people could go and support you, man. I want the community behind you, bro.
All right, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. That's my man Cash, man. 15 years old, amateur doing his thing, bro. Make sure y'all support, man. Make sure y'all support, man. Just like y'all support me, man. This is how we do it up. Look at this, man. We got Point Fire in the building. Point Fire all the way. Best wishes from Toronto, Canada. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Got my sister in the building. What up, sis? I saw somebody in the chat ask how they can call in. I linked I put the link and I pinned it to the chat, and I also put it in the chat as well. Use that link to call in. Right now, there's nobody in the back room, but I expect more callers. Now's the time to call in. I expect people to call and give your thoughts on this weekend, man. This is how we doing it up on a Monday night here at the Hangout spot. Smash that like button on your way in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're also doing a t-shirt raffle. The last Hangout spot t-shirt I got. This one is in a size large though. But the other ones that I raffled off have all been shipped out. And when you get those t-shirts, make sure you throw a picture up, send it to me on either DM or email so that I can post that up and make sure that I show people that y'all support, the show. Let me I got some super chats to catch up on. We got my sister in the building with a $2 super chat. He said I need a black shirt. I only got the gray one right now in large, but I am going to be placing another order. a bulk order because I got a lot of people that are asking if they can purchase one. And yeah, I definitely want to do that. That way I can can throw those out there and I could give you guys an opportunity to support the channel as well. In that fashion, I appreciate the super chat, sis. We got East Max with a $5 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Johnny, what's up? What do you think? Who do you think is going to win, Bud versus Nello? Saludos from North Carolina. You see what I'm saying? We all over the place, bro. The Hangout Spot family is all over. North Carolina, Canada, Cali, New York, Florida. We all over the place. Texas. My man Polo Buck in Texas. Shout out to him for winning that raffle last week for the t-shirt. We all over the place, man. I don't even call y'all followers or subscribers. I call y'all family, man. Family is here. Y'all always come through for me, man. Well, it's early. So I'm going to say this with a warning. May 12th, I like Canelo in this fight. Only because I don't doubt Bud's skills. In fact, I think all around he's probably the more skillful fighter. But to me, it's punch resistance, right? And, Bud is not going to move like Skull did. And I do say that respectfully. Bud will probably want to challenge himself and fight in the pocket more often than not. That's Bud. That's who he is. That's why he's as great as he is. He's ultra competitive. And he hears what people are saying, how he's too small. I don't know if that's the right plan, but I think that's what's going to happen. And at this point, May 12th, again, and the reason why I'm pointing out the date, East Mex, is because I'll probably change my mind about 20 times before that fight.
This is nasty.
That's just me, man. That's just me overanalyzing and thinking shit over. And as the fight gets closer, you start getting more excited. You start seeing both camps, and then you start like, oh shit, well, I think maybe Bud might have this. Oh shit, nah. I like that Canelo video that was put out. Oh shit, Bud. So I could tell you, I go back and forth with that. In fact, you know me, I'm the guy that always says there's weight classes in boxing for a reason. But then when I saw them face to face in the ring, I really didn't see a big difference in size. So, today I like Canelo. Ask me in another month, I'll probably give you another answer, even though that's nasty word. But thank you for the $5 super chat. We got my man David Garcia. Yup, $2 super chat going for the t-shirt. Yup, David, you in there. We got so far we need 7 more people. 7 more people to hit that 10 super chat goal. If we get to that, we will raffle off this t-shirt, man. Again, it's only a super chat of $2 or more, man. Help a brother out. That's a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? It could go a long way. And also a subscription could go a long way, man. A phone call, a reference, tell somebody to tell somebody else, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. There are power in numbers. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. You know the deal, man. We're going to keep bringing y'all the biggest and best interviews. We're going to be putting in that work. But I'm interested in hearing what y'all got to say, man. We got my man, Bronx Finest. What's going on, Ralphie? That was a punch, not a headbutt. Absolutely, bro. Thanks for rocking out with us, bro. Thanks for rocking out. I agree, man. In 6 days, Top Rank went from 0 to 0. Absolutely, man. We got my man Chad. That's a valid point, bro. But again, all reliable, right? All reliable always comes through, man. Now's the time to call in. If you want to call in, man, there's nobody in the back room. I'm gonna throw the link into the chat again right now. Make sure you smash that like button as well. If you're watching this live on Facebook, do me a favor. Throw a like. But more importantly, come on over to YouTube, man. And subscribe to your boy, man. Subscribe to your boy. We got Alberto on the check-in. What's going on, Alberto? Appreciate you, brother. We got my man Wox. What's going on? Wox was hanging with us on Friday, bro. He bought that t-shirt, that Tank t-shirt. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. In fact, I got to call out the sponsor, bro. If y'all want some fly gear, bro, t-shirts, hoodies, joggers, hats, shit that I've worn on the show. This is not a What's Your Hustle t-shirt, but tomorrow I'll be wearing one. We're going to do another show tomorrow. We got a big guest in store for you guys because, I like to do a lot of different guests. It's not just fighters or trainers, man. We're trying to get everybody up in here. So now we're going to do a boxing manager. That's right. The CEO of Fighters First Management, man, Adrian Clark, my guy, will be in the building. He will be in the building tomorrow. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check in. But again, if you want your gear, man, stop at whatsyourhustle.com, bro. Nice t-shirts, hats, hoodies, joggers for men and female. Check them out. They family. And the best part is if you use discount code at the bottom, the Hangout spot in capital letters, you get 15% off your order. So make sure you go and support the family, bro. Make sure you support the family, bro. We got my man Polo Buck. What's going on? Polo. Do your thing, Polo. Do your thing in the chat, bro. What's good, broski? Chilling, Ralphie. Fort Myers. Ralphie's in Fort Myers. We got Florida. We got Canada. We got LA. We got North Carolina. We got Texas, bro. Make sure, you know what? If you in the chat, throw it out there. Where you from? Show the community. Show the family where you from, bro. Because we doing it all over the place, bro. We doing it all over the place here at the Hangout spot, bro. Alex Vega, how do we buy a shirt? I'm gonna get more in bulk. Right now, this is the last one, so I'm gonna raffle off this last one. It's a large. So the first 10 super chats, 11, 12 super chats, whatever it is, we'll throw it in a raffle for you guys, and we'll get this out. We did 2 raffles for 2 t-shirts last week. We sent those out already, so you guys should be getting them. You should be getting them, but I'm ordering more, and then I'll let you know where how you can get one because I do want to sell them as well. But let's go back out to the phone lines, man. Again, we need another 6 super chats. In fact, before we go out to the phone lines, my man Polo Buck with the $5 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Support the Joe Rogan of boxing. Yo, appreciate you, Polo. Polo, my dude, man. Polo, my dude. I had to give my brother. I didn't even know about this whole wrench thing. I see people talking about the wrench. I don't know, man. This whole shit was new to me, but apparently you could give wrenches out so people can moderate the chat. I definitely want that to happen. So we're going to start giving out some wrenches so that you guys can moderate the chat. Again, we don't deal with that hate or racism or hate shit. Like, that's not how we do it up here at the Hangout spot. You want to do that shit? Do that shit somewhere else, bro. Here, this is family chill vibes, bro. We got a $2 super chat from Chad from Canada, bro.
Straight cash, homie.
This ballot is for cash. That's what's up. All right. That's his guy in Canada, bro. Appreciate you, Chad. Appreciate the super chat. We need 4 more super chats, bro. And we'll be raffling off this Hangout Spot t-shirt, bro. This Hangout Spot t-shirt, bro. We're going to be raffling it off. But let's go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Jersey Bob in the building. Jersey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? You hear me?
Yeah, bro. I hear you, bro. Talk to me, man. What's going on? The Knicks are losing, right?
Yo, man, you missing the Knicks Celtics game. Jason Tatum got 39. He going crazy. But Knicks is battling. It's good. It's a real good game, man. There's been some real good games in these playoffs.
Well, you can't count them out,
Right.
bro, because they've come back from, large deficits the first 2 games. So
Yeah, so it's come down to wire. But anyway, the boxing, um, man, I had stuff to do this weekend. So I saw the main event on ESPN. Like I said, when I watched it, I'm like, that's a punch. I mean, it was like obvious it was a punch. So I don't even know why. That was crazy. But I don't know what they're gonna do with the boy Suarez. You don't think they're gonna give him the win?
nah,
They
they ain't gonna
stopped it
give it
because of the
away.
cut.
They're gonna call it a no contest, bro. And they're gonna end up doing it again. That's what I think is gonna happen.
That was that wasn't good, but man, I mean it's boxing. I don't know why people are so upset, man. How many times have we seen stuff like this? So um I didn't have a chance to watch the Muay Thai. I watched the ProBox Lubin. He not him knocking the dude out. You talk to Lubin and Franchon Cruz, man. I still don't understand. Why these people sit out so long. I mean, Lubin it was 18 months.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, why? I mean, come on, man.
The
Just
business of
fight
boxing.
anybody.
The business of boxing, man. You know, the business of boxing is what happens here. And that's what he said. You know, he's had he's had eliminators. You know, the business of boxing. I mean, that's pretty much
So
it.
fight some dude, anybody, man, for $5,000. Just fight somebody and stay active. I don't get it. But hey, and Franchon Cruz, like, I know there ain't that many women out there, but she could have took some little fights and just got some easy money just to stay active. But hey, with her, I still don't understand why she didn't get a rematch with the GOAT. That's baffling. I know you're talking, but
She
why wouldn't she get a rematch?
you want you what are you asking? You said you want her to get a rematch or you don't?
Yeah, why didn't she get a rematch with the GOAT
Oh, she's working
before
on
this
it. She
year?
wants it. She wants it.
After all these years,
She wants it. And then now fighting under the same promotion, leader promotion. So it
hey
could definitely
man.
happen.
Well, hopefully it does, man. But I mean, I think to myself, and I know it's in the manager. I'm like, man, if I had a box with Johnny, my man be fighting like every month. I don't care if he got paid $100. I'm like, yo, man, just fight. I
Right.
want people to be like, yo, he's fighting again. That's why I want my title. They're like, yo, dude's fighting again. I would try to have him fight like 12 times in 12 months. I'm being serious. Just get your name out there with people like, yo, this dude just fighting all. That would make a name for yourself. Of course, you got to win, but I don't know. There's too many guys sitting out.
Right.
Too many guys are sitting out in boxing, not fighting enough. We'll see. This thing with Brian Norman. I mean, all these rumors going around. I can't believe Brian Norman would get paid over $1 million to go fight that dude Jensen. Maybe it happened, but I just can't believe it. Why would they pay him that much money?
Well, it's an
Why don't-
international fight. It's an international fight against a top contender. He is a champion. He is a champion. So yeah, I could definitely see $1 million. But yeah,
All right, that's the bell. Well, if it's not, man, I gotta get back to this game, yo, man. This game is wild.
my man, I know.
104, 105. The Knicks up 1 point, 5 minutes left.
Woo Lord, yo, that's what's up,
Brunson
bro.
just hit a shot. Brunson going crazy too, man. Yo, this is one of the best guys I've seen in a while, man. Yo, I know you're doing your thing on here, boy, but this game is great. All right, Johnny.
I got you, my brother.
I'll
Thanks for
keep you
calling in.
updated in the chat. I'll keep you updated with the score.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. That's my man, Jersey Bob. You know, he coaches basketball. He's a big basketball guy. What's going on? Treese, you were in the back room. I see that you dropped off. Come back up. Treese was in the back room. Now's the time to call, though. I just threw the link in the chat again, bro. Monday night recap call-in show, bro. We got to get this shit popping. We also doing a raffle for a t-shirt. And we got a $2 super chat from Yayen. Yayen, my dude, man. Indiana in the building, number 574. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We just need 4 more super chats, and we will be doing a t-shirt raffle, a Hangout Spot t-shirt raffle. Yeah, keep the chat popping, man. We got Indiana now in the building. Who we had? North Carolina, Florida. We've had Texas. We got Canada representing Chad and Cash representing, showing love. We all family here, man. We all family here at the Hangout Spot, bro. But now's the time to call in, man. We had a great night. I'm sorry, a great 2 nights of boxing, Friday and Saturday night. But Saturday, man, it was crazy. It was crazy to me because, again, you know, my thing is get it right, man. You got instant replay, get it right. And you know what? You know, shout out to my man, the Boxing Maniac, bro. Shout out to my man, the boxing maniac from Four Corners Boxing, bro. He did a YouTube short or a video recapping the weekend, man, and he was very, very critical of Tim Bradley because Tim Bradley is one that will not shy away from voicing his opinion on how shit is nasty in the sport of boxing. You saw the rant he went on, Friday, after the Times Square with these guys and Saturday and all this other stuff. I mean, he's very, very vocal about the shit that's going wrong in the sport of boxing, whether it's the business part or the fighters. But then, I didn't see him go ham, on Saturday night with this whole inconclusive, controversial shit, bro. Top Rank got it. Well, not Top Rank per se, but they got that wrong, bro. That fight, shouldn't have went to the scorecards. It was not an accidental headbutt, is what I'm saying. That was clearly done by a punch. My man went out there and he said some shit about Bradley, bro. He said some shit about Bradley that I was feeling, man. That I was feeling. Let me see if I can find that clip and show that to y'all, man. Let me see if I can find that so I can play that for y'all, man. Let me see. Cause I love the Maniacs breakdown. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Smash that like button, man. Subscribe to the Hangout spot. I did give out a couple of wrenches, bro, because it seems like you dudes are like, yeah, where's my wrench? Where's my wrench?
It smelled like a toilet full of nasty ass shit, okay?
I love y'all though. Y'all family. Again, I didn't know about this shit, man. I'm getting I'm getting all these messages like, yo, you need to give me a wrench. I need to moderate with the whole shit that went down the other day. With this dude that called in with that racist garbage, bro. We don't deal with that racist garbage here, man. You want to do that shit somewhere else, man. Hold up, Buck, who the next interviewee. Tomorrow we got Adrian Clark, CEO of Fighters First Management. He will be in the building tomorrow, 9 p.m., live at the Hangout spot. We've interviewed a ton of his fighters. Prospect Justin Tom Figueroa, contender Justin Paldo, and let's not forget my guy, my brother, WBO welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr. Adrian Clark is their manager, Fighters First Management. He is the CEO. He also has a new website, I believe. Yeah, he has a new website where you can enroll into the Boxing Manager Certificate program, bro. That shit hasn't been done, bro. That's crazy, man. Again, then this is the shit that I like. These interviews, it's not just fighters and trainers, but I love to interview everybody else in the business of boxing, man. We've interviewed Cutman, Stitch Duran, the GOAT of all Cutmans has been on the Hangout spot. We interviewed Claudia Trejos, commentator, broadcaster extraordinaire, doing her thing in the turkey. All over the country. We interviewed her. Trainers. We're gonna have a boxing manager on. We're looking at getting a promoter on here. We're still working on the WBO president, Gustavo Olivetti. Again, it's just a time thing. He's a busy guy, but we will get him on eventually. But this is the way we got to deal with things in the world of boxing with these guys. Sometimes you got to be a little patient. But we're looking to interview everybody. So tomorrow, that's Adrian Clark. And then Thursday, we got undefeated lightweight sensation Scooter Davis, Derek Scooter Davis, 6-0, 6 knockouts. He'll be in the building on Thursday night. And then every other night that we rock out, it's just me and the community. Let's go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Toledo Treese in the building. What's going on, champ? Yo.
What up, though? What up, though?
What's good? What's good?
Chilling, man. I just wanted to chime in real quick. I really just wanted to ask you, man. I know you used to doing the interviews and shit, but fuck all that. I got some questions for you, man. How was it at that fight in Kissimmee, man, with the Erickson Lubin? My guy, Andre Holmes. Midwest Mafia. Shit, he act like he didn't know how to put nothing behind the jab and whatnot for that fight. It was well, what'd you think though? How was the energy in the building and whatnot?
The energy was good. I actually thought there would be more fans in the building. It was a decent sized arena. They closed it off, but it was kind of a weird setup. So the floor was packed. But the second level, like if you're watching on TV or whatever, it appeared like there was some opportunity up there. That's what Vega and Keem were. They were in the second level. And it was like a workout, man, because I was out in the bottom, right, in the floor level, right by where the because I was with the media section where the fighters come out and trying to get that work in. But then I want to show them some love, so I had to run all the way across, go up the stairs. It was crazy, bro. I got mad steps in, but like you say, that's neither here nor there. But the energy was good, man. The energy was good, especially when Erickson came out, because again, he was fighting in front of his home crowd. He was fighting in front of his home crowd, so there was kind of like a homecoming for him. Your boy Ardrell, shout out to him. But yeah, it just didn't look like there were a lot on his punches, man. You know, he was using the jab, the double jab, one to the head, one to the body. And it looked like he was trying to keep Lubin at bay. Lubin was trying to figure him out. So it wasn't the most interesting fight, in the beginning and the middle, but Lubin did his thing, man. And I'm happy for him because I spent time with him in the camp. And this was a big fight for him, not because of the opponent, but just emotionally, like all the shit that he's been to, Treese, you know that, man. The losses, the title eliminators, being out of the ring. So this was like a load off of his shoulders, bro. So I was happy for him. But the energy was good, man. I thought it was good. ProBox don't disappoint me, man.
That's what's up. I was watching it. I was tuned in. You know me. Shout out to King Amin, wherever he is. We fucking with that women's boxing.
Bro,
I was a fan of that
fight. Trees, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna let you cook. But that fight, the crowd was going crazy for that fight. And then when they announced the Mexican girl as the winner, it went bananas. There was a lot of Mexican fans there for her. Man.
Word, that's what's up, man. It was some people who would like King Amin, for instance. Shout out to him. He was saying that he felt like Romero had took it, the Argentine. What you think? Would you like to see a rematch of that, or did you think the shorty who won deserved it? Or what you think?
I absolutely would like to see a rematch, and I don't know, man. I had the Mexican shorty pulling that out. I have no problem with that decision, but it could have went either way. Like I said, it's not a robbery. You know the deal, Trees.
Yeah.
It ain't no robbery. People are gonna say robbery. How could a close fight be a robbery?
No, for sure. But yeah,
that was good scrap. Good scrap.
Swinging and banging. You know me. That was violence. I'm into that. But with your man Erickson Lubin, I know you. I don't know if you're gonna get to talk to him again, but if you do, it's a question that I would like you to ask him, or if he's listening to this. In your opinion, I asked Ness this, and what would you say is the more lucrative opportunity if you are Erickson Lubin? Say you do, because this was an IBF eliminator. You scheduled, now you get a Bachman fight. But say, PPBC, they throw him a detour and they throw a monkey wrench in there and say, he from Florida. Keith Thurman from Florida. Say they throw him a Keith Thurman. If you Erickson Lubin, do you take the title shot or do you take the Keith Thurman fight if you're him?
From my conversations with him, totally takes a title fight.
Okay.
He at this point, he said he's been through a lot of his career. He's been through a ton of eliminators, in his words. And, he just wants to get over that hump. And he wants to do it at 154. And he wants the guy that arguably nobody's talking about in Bakram. So if I had to speak for him, I would say that he wants that 154-pound title shot.
Okay, for sure. Makes sense. That's what I like to hear, man. I like to hear it. Shout out to a guy who's not getting thrown off his destiny, man. Because with some fighters in this sport, hey, we ain't want to speak on it. That's neither here nor there. Who I said that they need to stick to the plan. You feel me? Don't get thrown off of your course for chasing quote unquote money fights and chasing quote unquote lucrative opportunities. Devin Haney. Oh my bad. I slipped up. But hey, man, shout out to Erickson Lubin, man. I hope that he sticks to the plan, sticks to the titles, man. You don't got to do the Thurmans of the world. He didn't been there, done that. He didn't had his money fight. He didn't had his bags. He didn't had his belts. You feel me? It's your time, Lubin, to go ahead and seize the moment. I'm with that. I hope he do get that Bachman fight, man. I know that when Bachman fought Tim Tszyu, wasn't that in Florida too?
Yeah, that was in Florida. He was actually there. And if Tim Tszyu would have won, he was telling me that he would have been in line to fight Tszyu next. So he fucked up the bag.
Tim Tszyu definitely fucked up the bag. I see that he getting his rematch with Fundora though. So hell, it's funny, man.
I know. I saw that. I wanted the Zayas fight, but that's just for personal reasons. Like I like Zayas.
Hey man, speaking of boxing, whoa, your man Zayas. I know your Puerto Ricanos. Your man Zayas, he got Greek problems with my guy Andreas Katsurauskas. I don't know if you caught the OTX card on Friday. I know you probably didn't, Johnny. But if you did, and to anybody who listens, because they know how we get down, I'm the combat connoisseur. This is what I do. OTX, Andreas Katsurauskas, you feel me? My guy from Greece. Oh, Xander Zayas got problems with that guy. I'm telling you. I want to see that fight in New York, bro. Go ahead and bring my Greek freak to New York, you feel me, and put him in the ring with Xander. My guy Andreas Katsurauskas, he a real swing and bang fighter. You feel me? He will be in the kitchen. Your guy Xander is not going to be able to get away from this type of violence that Katsurauskas is putting. Damn, I like that guy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I was telling Vega, man, every time he fight, my nigga, I turn Greek for a minute. You see me? That's just how he getting down. I like that guy, man. He got a good win over Brandon Adams and shit. I just want to see him get an opportunity. Xander Zayas is the perfect fight for him. Take him to New York, man. I'm with the shits, man. Get your euros, you feel me, and get your what is it? The tacky sauce? Yeah. Go ahead, let's do it, man. But shout out to the Hangout spot, man. I like what you're doing here, man. I'm happy that we can call in, man. I just like to talk my shit, man. You know, and shout out to Raymond Motataya too, by the way. I didn't get to speak on him, but
Cook, bro. There's nobody in the back room right now. Cook.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it then. We cooking, man. I got the spatula. What you think about them talking about your man Raymond Motataya possibly getting in there with Abdullah Mason, Midwest Mafia shit?
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, nah. Listen, bro. Let's get it, bro. But I mean,
or do you think it's too soon for Mason?
I was about to say, bro. I think that's a big step up for Mason, man. Oh, that's an interesting one, man. That's an interesting one. I would prefer to see Morataya. I've always liked the Morataya Keyshawn Davis fight. That's just me personally, man.
I'm with you. I like that too. I like it too.
That's the fight I like. I think that Abdullah can get another step up. Doesn't have to be Morataya, but man, if they on a collision course, that shit would be fire, bro.
That shit would be very. See, my thing is because the thing is, I feel like Top Rank I feel like they were setting up Keyshawn Davis to possibly get it in with Teofimo. So that's why. That's why I'm like, I'm thinking because I like the Keyshawn Davis and Teo fight. I'm not mad at that. If Keyshawn say he want to go up to 140 or something, and he's fuck it, I want to test my hand with Teofimo, because Teofimo is the only guy who fought at 140 when we think about it. Like on the Cinco de Mayo weekend, all these other guys was fighting at 147s. Devin was fighting at 144. Teofimo actually fought at 140 and defended his belt. Keyshawn, you got that WBO, man. It's possible you go up there and get that work. I'm with that.
Sign me up, bro. Sign me up, man. But yeah, I got somebody in the back room now, bro. I just wanted to say, I see you on the panel doing your shit on TBV, bro.
I'm just trying to be like you when I grow up, man.
Damn, that's what's up, man. Like I was like, damn, I put it in the channel. I said, yo, my guy Treese, let me find out. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, though. Shout out to the Hangout spot. Shout out to Toledo, Ohio, man. Y'all be cool. We gonna chime back in.
You already know, bro. That's my man Treese, man. Treese showing love again. Ohio. We all over the place, bro. We all over the place here at the Hangout spot. Make sure you smash that like button. We got to get this channel out to other places, other cities, other states, into the algorithm of boxing fans so they know we rock out weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live calling shows, interviews, and we're going to start doing, obviously, or we have started doing post-fight live chats, pre-fight, fight chats. We do venting sessions. If it's an ass card, I will jump on and allow callers to just jump in and provide some much-needed therapy for each other. That's what it's all about here at the Hangout spot, bro. That's what it's all about at the Hangout spot, man. But again, make sure you subscribe as well. Tell a friend, man. There's power in numbers. We got to continue to get this subscriber base up so we could get the bigger and better interviews. We got 2 interviews lined up this week, and we still got some more call-in stuff to do. This party is nowhere near over. We need another 3 super chats before we open up the Hangout spot t-shirt raffle. My last t-shirt before I buy my bulk order. This one is a large in gray. This is what it looks like. We had a successful raffle twice last week for a Hangout spot t-shirt. And those t-shirts have been shipped out. But let's go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Alberto in the building. What's going on, brother? Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's up, Johnny? How you doing?
Chilling, brother. What's going on, man?
No, yeah, I've been watching the show. I think Tone's live right now too, so I've kind of just been bouncing
Tone
between the two.
went live while I went live? Wow, okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
man, he's on your time slot, messing
He
it up
gotta
now.
live, he gotta live. Tone don't go on all the time. Tone is very unpredictable,
He
like,
got no schedule.
yeah, he got no schedule, so I try to keep it at a schedule, but, shout out to my brother, man, that's my guy, man. Tone is my guy.
Yeah, I've been watching since you got on, and I just noticed a lot of people are kind of like saying that I guess the Filipino cat, the one that Navarrete fought, I guess they're saying he should have got the nod and whatnot, but I just feel like we've seen robberies in boxing before. Like, this is nothing new. Like, I feel like the replay at the time was inconclusive. Like, when I was watching the fight live, from what I saw, or I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. I didn't think there was enough evidence that it was a punch. It kind of looked like the dude's shoulder kind of grazed him. But
Well,
when I was watching,
at the time, Alberto, you're right, in fast motion. But there was plenty of replays after that, but where they could have gotten it right. But you're right, in fast motion, yeah, man, it was hard to say. It was hard to
yeah,
say.
like everyone right now is being like, Monday morning quarterback or whatever, like everyone's like, oh, look, you can definitively see here, like from this angle, it was caused from a punch. But to me, I've never really seen a punch. Like, that was a nasty cut. That's why I also thought it was like a clash of heads or something, because that's a nasty that's a nasty cut that was caused. But yeah, I feel like it was just Top Rank. They're just protecting their investment. Like, I know you understand the business of boxing, Johnny. Like,
For
Top
sure.
Rank's not gonna let Navarrete lose to some 37-year-old Filipino dude in the military. They're gonna move him. I think they're gonna cash him out soon, Johnny, because he's getting a little up there in age. I think they'll probably feed him to he's 126, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
120.
know. They probably gonna feed him to somebody though. It's just it wasn't time to get rid of him yet. But that was
No,
just
130, man. Super featherweight, 130, 130. I'm sorry, not
130.
126. Yeah, this is 130. He's fought at 135 once. He lost, came back down to 130.
Who does Top Rank have any prospects at 130 that they could probably like feed him to?
Prospects. Let me look here. Off the top of my head, I gotta look, man. I don't know about prospects per se. Yeah, because what's his name? Abdullah is at 135.
Yeah, Vargas is at 135.
Yeah. I gotta look into that. Not off
Yeah,
the top of my head. That's a good question, actually.
but I feel like they weren't ready to. I think they released the purses, Johnny. I think they only paid the Filipino cat like 60K. I'm like, yeah, they weren't gonna let that decision go to the Filipino dude. But yeah, I feel like fans just have to understand that boxing, it's a business at first. So I've seen worse robberies. What's the difference between this and like when a fighter gets robbed on the cards? Like it happens. Shit happens. It's boxing. But
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
and Johnny, I kind of heard you were telling about the Mortaya fight. You weren't too impressed, or what was your like
No, no,
grade?
no. It wasn't that I wasn't impressed. What can I say? It was a solid performance. It was a solid performance. It was a good performance. It wasn't anything that would knock me off my feet. But again, he was facing a tough opponent. Maybe I'm being a little bit too critical. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm being a little bit too critical, but I just, you know what it is with me, Alberto?
Hmm.
I was so high on Muay, man. 10 fights in, 11 fights in. Like I saw so much more. And I'm not saying that we're not gonna see that. I'm just saying I was a little disappointed in the Endo Jenny and the Farmer fight. Those were fights that I thought that he can that with how excited I was about him that he would walk through those guys and he did it. But maybe I'm not giving the opponent enough credit. We've seen what Farmer has done after that, especially in the two fights against Zepeda. So that's just me. That's
I
just me.
get what you're saying,
I
Johnny,
like
because
I like Murataya. I do.
he has skills. He does some things good. Like, he has tools. He went in his tool bag. He just doesn't have as many tools as we thought. He's a little more like he's a little more basic than like I get what you're saying actually. Honestly, I think Keyshawn and him is 50-50. I used to think he would smoke Keyshawn because But honestly, they're both pretty much unproven. So I think that'd be a hell of a fight if Top Rank can give us that before they don't marinate it,
I
don't
love
build it
that
up,
fight.
just give it to us.
I so love that fight, man. I so love that fight.
Because they don't really have any signature wins, so I think that'd be a good scrap. Give us that next, Top Rank. But appreciate you, Johnny. I'll let you get some more people up on here.
My brother, man. Appreciate the call, man. My man Alberto in the building. Now's the time to call in. We got nobody in the back room, man. So if you want to get through, the link is pinned to the chat. Hella boxing going on this weekend. Nobody's talking about anything that went on Friday with their most valuable promotions card, man. Y'all people, y'all not into the prospects, man. I thought it was a solid card. I don't know if maybe you guys didn't see it, but you know, the Zone did its thing. Most valuable promotions, along with Box Lab Promotions. Y'all know they family. You know, it was a solid card in Caribbean Royal Orlando. I just posted the link to the chat one more time. And you know, we're doing this t-shirt raffle, so we need another 2 super chats. We got my man OC the boss in the building. What's going on, my brother? Thanks for rocking out with us here on a Monday night. Thanks for rocking out with us here on a Monday night here at the Hangout spot. Let me catch up to these. We got a couple of more super chats. We got my man CJ Rich. CJ Rich with the $5 super chat. And you interviewed Bomberto to impress how he spoke from the heart for once, told you exactly what he's about. Y'all gotta stop, man. This feud that y'all got going on. Y'all gotta be friends, bro. Y'all gotta be friends, man. That's my goal. That's my only goal, to make sure that one day, you know, you guys can kill that beef, man. Love and unity at the Hangout spot. Love and unity. We don't need that nasty ass shit here, man. But y'all cool. CJ, you my brother, bro. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my brother. Thank you, man, for the donation. Thank you all for the super chats you guys have sent me. We got Pinkar06 with the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
She said, you like Oprah giving out wrenches? Yup. We got to get some moderators up in here, man, so we could keep the chat. We got to keep the chat you know, respectful. We got to keep the chat respectful, man. We can't have any of that nonsense that we had the last show that we did, the last call-in show. You know, we can't have any of that, man. That's not what this platform is about, man. It's all about unity and peace here. All boxing, bro. None of that racist stuff, man. We got no time for it. We need 2 more super chats. 2 more super chats before we open up this raffle, bro, for this t-shirt, man. 2 more super chats. But yeah, like I was telling y'all, man, I wanna play a clip, man. My man the Maniac was cooking, bro. My man the Maniac was cooking about this Bradley shit. So let me share my screen here and show my brother some love, because when I saw this, I was like, damn, he got a point, bro. He definitely got a point, bro. Yeah, man. Smash that like button. Tell a friend to subscribe. This is my brother, the Boxing Maniac. Shout out to you, brother.
With a win could change his family's life like that, right? And the problem with boxing, and I'm going to start with Timothy Bradley, right? Because he had a lot of energy when it came to Turkey and his car, right? Or Turkey this, Turkey that. It was this, it was that. Okay, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm all for that. I respect it. But you know what? We got to keep the same energy across the board. And that's the problem in boxing today, especially today, that whether it's fans, whether it's fighters, whether it's trainers, whether it's promoters, they never keep the same energy across the board. Because when it comes to their fighter or promotional company they like, there's an excuse why the call wasn't good. There's an excuse why the fighter lost. I'm tired of that, bro. I'm team boxing. I got favorite fighters. In fact, Navarrete is one of my favorite fighters. Area 51 fighter. And last night, Charlie Suarez was robbed. That left land cleanly. And then Navarrete came up and him and Charlie Suarez has just rubbed. Listen, man, anybody who's even played basketball know that your head, because people pause, fuck pause. And another man's head rub like this. That's not gonna open the cut like that, man. Absolutely not. Yeah, you could scrape, it could be a mark, but open it up to that magnitude, absolutely not. That should have been easily a TKO for Charlie Suarez, and that's with instant replay. Even with instant replay, they couldn't get it right. It was inconclusive. No, it wasn't. It was an obvious punch that landed. So, yeah, Timothy Bradley, even though you did say, yeah, it was from first, it's a headbutt. Then it was a punch. But you end up saying it was from a punch. And then this is all you did after that. Where's the outcry? Where's the outcry? Oh, they robbed this man. They robbed this man. No, because you work for Top Rank. Now you call, yeah, it was from a punch. Now let me shut up. Now I keep that same energy, homie. You for the sport, right? It didn't sound like it yesterday. He didn't sound like it. And Bernardo Suna as well. And I like these guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that these guys are always like this. Well, many will feel Timothy Bradley is, but not me. I know Bradley does have biased takes, but most of the time he's just keeping it real. But it was the energy I didn't like. He said, yeah, it came from a punch, and that's it. It wasn't an outcry. Because if that was a turkey call, all this money he's giving out, and they got replay, and they still can't get it right. Come on, man. Oh, there's no come on, man's last night, though. We were real quiet. Ozuna, yeah, it was inconclusive. No, it was a punch. Why? Because Navarrete was the A side. If the roles were reversed, if that was Navarrete who landed that left, guess what would have happened? That would have been a TKO.
Yo, shout out to my man, the Maniac, bro. Shout out to my man, the Maniac, bro. Always keeping it a buck, man. Always keep. Yeah, man. He that's my guy, man. If y'all not following the Boxing Maniac on YouTube, IG, bro, make sure y'all follow him, man. Make sure y'all follow him. I've had him on the show before. I'm gonna continue to bring him on, to talk that boxing shit. I love his boxing breakdowns, his previews, his predictions, his recaps. So we're gonna get him on. He's a busy guy though. He got a family and stuff, and he's working on his own stuff. But yeah, man, I love his takes, man. Where was that energy, bro? Where was that energy? Where was that energy? We need 2 more super chats before we do this t-shirt raffle. So keep it coming, man. $2 or more super chat. We're going to do a raffle for a Hangout Spot t-shirt. And we'll go back out to the phone lines. Treese got some more stuff to say, bro. Talk to me, Treese.
Yow.
What up, though?
What up, though? Yeah, I support you. I'm gonna send you a few dollars and shit like this. You know me. I
appreciate you,
bro.
bro.
I'm tied up right now. I got you though. You know me. I support what you
bro.
do. But we had to get this off, goddamn it. I just wanted to say, man, you the king of the interviews and whatnot. It's a guy that I need you to get a hold of. Not now, Johnny, but right now. I don't need to get not now, but right now. Mr. Oliveri, Gustavo, WBO Presidente. I'm on your ass, sir. I got questions, gang. I need to know why the fuck your man Charlie Suarez got this opportunity, gang, and my guy, our guy, Johnny Albert Bell, you see me, who have been waiting for this same opportunity for 2 years. We never got this opportunity. I done seen this man, Charlie Suarez. He was 36. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I know guys talking about he landed this punch and shit and it cut him. And you're right. It cut him. And I'm not one of these guys who don't want to buy Pat because he didn't get done right. Point being, though, my guy didn't get done right. Mr. Suarez shouldn't have been in this opportunity. It should be my guy. You see me? If he landed this type of shit, I can only imagine what my guy would do. Fuck the cut, nigga. We would have put him on his butt. You see what I'm saying to you? He would have been cooked. But Mr. Oliveri, man, we need to know what's going on, man. I need to understand what's the protocols and what's the stipulations and what's the prerequisites for a guy to get a title opportunity, man. You told us that our guy didn't fight nobody, but when I was looking at this Charlie Suarez fella, his shit looked real minuscule to me too, man. I ain't see no ranked fighters on this guy resume. You for me for him to have earned a Navarrete fight, you know. But I'm just saying, man. And then this shit here, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hearing you guys talk about the Suarez, him getting his rematch. Y'all know that shit over with. That shit over with. If Top Rank got any sense, they gonna bypass Mr. Suarez and they gonna put Navarrete in there with Oshaki Foster. It's time. I need it. I'm sorry, Suarez. You feel me? They ain't do you right. You ain't get the dub, or you ain't get you feel me? Your hand raised, your moment of glory like you should have. I'm sorry, but hey, like they say, it's boxing. It's corrupt. And since it's being corrupt, they gonna throw you a few dollars and they gonna bypass you. I'm sorry to say it. I need Navarrete and Oshaki Foster. I'm sick of Navarrete out here looking like this. You feel me? Looking like dead trash. I know Oshaki Foster can put hands and hooves on him and get that motherfucking strap up off of him. It's unified too. Oshaki got a WBC. Why ain't we making this fight? Ain't he signed with Top Rank, Johnny, or am I tripping?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, you see me? We need that. They playing games. They giving me Suarez's and they want to put Navarrete up at 135 and give him a title shot that he didn't deserve against Baranchek. And he got his ass kicked. You feel me? But they ain't want to put him in here in the ring with Oshaki Foster. I don't understand, Johnny. I don't know what they doing out here, man. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I just wanted to get that off my chest with that Oliveri shit because I know he listening. I hope he's somewhere listening. He has to be. But and also Nicholas Floss. I think it's time that he might get some respect on his name. I like him. I like him a lot.
That's a great point. I haven't even mentioned Nicholas Floss, and he did his thing on Saturday, bro. Shout out to Nicholas, bro.
What you think about Nicholas Floss and Brian Norman down the road? Or maybe Nicholas Floss and Rohan Polanco. You know, Rohan Polanco been getting a lot of, you feel me?
I like the Rohan Polanco fight better, man. I love that fight, man. Puerto Rico against DR. I think that shit would be dope. Nah, bro. I want Norman. I want Norman for Boots, bro.
You want Norman for Boots, huh?
I want Norman and Boots to get that shit popping after this Jin Suzuki fight, bro. And I'm not going to backtrack. So no Rohan Polanco. No hate to him. Rohan Polanco could get that Floss work, bro. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that fight. PRDR. I like that.
Hell
I like it. But with the Brian Norman, see, I ain't gonna lie, Johnny. I
know you're gonna try to give me some hate on my guy. Go ahead.
No, I like Brian Norman. See, the thing, I like Brian Norman so much that I'm on some fuck Boots. Like you're the guy. Boots need you. I'm on some you know me, Mr. BMF. I'm here to build my fighter. So I think Brian Norman shit. He said that he like going to people's territory and putting hands on them guys at their place. I'm looking at me. Well, shit, you a world champion. Be a world champion, Brian Norman. You about to go to Japan and beat up on Jin Sasaki. After you do that, look at me. Go to the UK. Beat up Josh Taylor, a former undisputed champion. A guy who was in the ring with Teofimo. That's a common opponent. If Teofimo talking about you want to come up to welterweight, you see me? You put hands on Josh Taylor, then fuck it. I don't understand why Teofimo couldn't get in the ring with you. Why not you, Brian Norman? I'm just saying, man, I don't think that you necessarily got to rush the Boots, man. It's other plays out here. We know how these guys like to see the black guy in the ring with another race, too. I'm just saying. I ain't going to hold you up. Johnny, I don't know. We don't do that racist shit around here, but we do racial shit around here. And I want to ask you, when two black fighters get in the ring, do you think that it sells more than the black fighter against the opposite race?
Oh man, that's a good question, Treese. Two black fighters versus a black and a Mexican?
A Mexican or a black and white? Black and white. I think I ain't gonna lie.
I think the other one sells more.
You think that?
I think again, this is a good question. I think the black fighter against the Mexican fighter would probably sell more than the black fighter against the black fighter.
Okay.
Do you agree? Is that what you
I
would?
agree. No, I agree. I think that
it
I
would.
think that a black fighter versus a white fighter would sell more than a black fighter versus a black fighter. I think it's you know, it's just that's just the way of the world, man. That's just the way of America, unfortunately. You feel me? Race is it's a
No,
huge
it's a good question. I just think people like to see contrasting styles, right?
yeah.
So that's what I think would intrigue the paying customer more. And the rivalry factor. You also got to understand that if a African American fighter is fighting a Mexican, there's a built-in rivalry, just like Puerto Rican against Mexico, right? And I think that people will buy into that more, the rivalry factor than anything else. I don't know if it's more color of the skin and then more of the
No,
rivalry.
it's just my thing,
Yeah.
and the background with Tiafimo right now with his his antics with the hard ERs.
Yep.
My guy Brian Norman, you understand me?
Mhm.
He is from the South, and that's another thing. That's a drive. It hits a little bit different in the South when we hear that hard ER. You see me down yonder in Florida, in Georgia, in Mississippi, in Arkansas, places like this, Texas. You hear me? When they hear that hard ER, I know that Brian Norman somewhere like, the fuck wrong with him? He's not going for that. I ain't gonna lie. Tiafimo decided that he would like to go up to 147, like I say. WBO champion versus a WBO champion. We know how. But Gustavo, if you would like to get on the line and give us that interview, we would love to ask you how that works. You see me? From one weight class to the next, being a champion, is that something that Tiafimo could do? Could he get that Brian Norman fight? Because we would love to see it, But hey, man, that's neither here nor there, man. I just wanted to say, man, shout out to you, the Hangout Spot, man. We're going to shoot you some money, Johnny. We support you the long way. We appreciate what you do around here, man.
You my brother, bro. I appreciate you, man. My man Treese, man, spitting
Sure, y'all be
knowledge.
cool, man.
He in church, bro. He preaching, bro. My brother preaching. He in church, man. I do. I wish we would have got that Albert Bell Navarrete fight, bro. Shout out to my guy Albert Bell, bro. That's my brother. We've had him on the show a couple of times, man. We're gonna continue to have him on, man. And WBO did him dirty, man. And yeah, that's one of the trees. That's one of the questions that I had lined up for Gustavo when he gets here. Like, what went wrong there? How could a dude be a top contender, a number one contender for over a year and not get a title shot? You got dudes behind him that are fighting eliminators that are hopping him, that are skipping over him. Like, that shit is not cool, bro. It
smell like a toilet full of nasty ass shit, okay?
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
The business of boxing, baby. That's why we got to get the WBO president on, man. We got to talk about this whole sanctioning thing and sanctioning fees, like all these belts. You got the WBO regional, you got the WBO national, you got the WBO whatever, you got the WBO Captain Crunch belt. Like, they creating belts, bro. They created belts. Is it because they want to charge all these sanctioning fees? Where does the sanctioning fees go? Why are there so many belts? Why are they not ordering mandatories to fight champions? I know that's tough. I asked them that question on the Boxing Voice too. I said, how tough is it, to put together a mandatory with a fighter that's not interested in that fight, but he may be more interested in a lucrative money fight against a lesser ranked opponent. But again, it's going to get him more money. Like, these are the things that they got to deal with. So I'm not saying that their job is easy. We keep it a buck here at the Hangout Spot. Their job is not easy. And that's why I wanted to ask him those questions. I did ask him that question. I wanted to re-ask that question, obviously, here for my viewers. But we're working on it. We're working on trying to get him on. But if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do that. We got to get this channel out. Help me out, man. It's free. It's free to smash that like button. It's free to share. If you're watching this live on Facebook, again, hit that like button, share. Come on over to YouTube. It's also free to subscribe to the Hangout Spot. We are trying to turn this train into a locomotive. We're not going to be able to do that unless we got more passengers or family members, is what I call it. We're looking for 2,000 subscribers. We are almost there. Help me get there. Keep the chat cooking. We need, what do we need? We need one more super chat of $2 or more to raffle off my last Hangout Spot t-shirt in large, in gray. I don't have any black ones. I just have a gray one. But I am placing an order for more shirts. There's been a lot of people that have been asking me if I'm going to sell these things. Absolutely, we're going to sell them. We're going to put them out there, but I need to get more of an inventory. So I just spoke to the guy this weekend, and I'm going to place another bulk order. I will let you guys know once I get them and how you can order one. It'll probably be just sending me a Cash App, and then I'll shoot it out. We got my brother, the Nigerian Nightmare. I'm sorry, with the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Shout out from Baltimore. Smash the likes and subscribe. Absolutely, bro. That's great advice. Shout out from Baltimore. Damn, how many people have we had up in here from different states, bro? Baltimore, North Carolina. We got Texas with Polo Buckham in the building. We got Canada. We got LA. Damn, we all over the place here at the Hangout Spot, man. Make sure y'all drop where y'all from in the chat, because at the end of the day, if you support the Hangout Spot, you are family, bro. You are family, bro. The chat is cooking again. I can't read through all these chats, but I'm trying to sift through a few of them, bro. Alex Vega said, Johnny, now we see me retire as a good fighter, but never going to be a great fighter. You see, those are the things that I was thinking about. Is he going to be great? I was so high on him when he was 8, 9, 10 fights in. I don't know, man. I think he's going to be a really good fighter. I don't know about great. I got to agree with Vega on that one, bro. He's best when you want to go for a shot, not moving. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, bro. Now's the time to call in. I got nobody in the back room. If you want to call in, now's the time. Get your thoughts across. We got hella boxing going on, man, this weekend. The ProBox card, man. We got the Navarrete stuff. Do you feel like Navarrete should give Suarez a rematch? I know Tree said that ship sailed. He'd rather see him against Oshaki. But I'd be interested to see what everybody else is thinking about. What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about in the chats what the Knicks are up? Did the Knicks win? I don't know, man. I don't really follow basketball like that, but I know y'all talking about in the chat. Shout out to my guy Jersey Bob. He's a basketball dude, bro. Stay Wavy TV. What's going on, champ? Thank you for rocking out Monday night. I was impressed by Dominic Valle. Yeah, man. Dominic Valle did his thing, man. I also interviewed him after the fight. I posted that interview up on the Hangout Spot on the YouTube channel. It's there. I did it yesterday because yesterday is when I could catch up with all my content, all my work, boots to ground. I still got to release another interview. I interviewed lightweight contender Joseph Adorno from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Bless Hands Adorno, veteran. He's been in the ring with Jermaine Ortiz, Nicholas Walters. He's on a 3-fight win streak. His little brother Jeremy won by first round knockout on Friday, so I interviewed him. But I haven't dropped that interview yet. So my apologies for not dropping that interview. But I'm going to drop it tomorrow, man. It's been so busy, man. My man, Michelangelo. He said, Johnny, that man cave looks dope, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you subscribing and checking me out and hanging out with me here on a Monday night. Yeah, you got to see my garage one. I used to do videos in my garage man cave. I got a pool table in there. I got a couple of TVs. I got a couple of arcade machines, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, because, I'm old school. I got to do shit like that. And, it was popping. The background was popping, but it gets too hot. It gets too hot in there for sound quality and stuff, since it's a garage, even though it's, it's finished and closed off. I did the floors, so it's a little bit better and more comfortable here. I have my man Wax in the back room. Wax, jump back on, bro. I think you got disconnected. I was about to bring you in right now, but now's the time to call. If you want to call in and talk about this weekend's fights, we had Friday fights at Caribbean Royale. We had Saturday hella fights, Kakachi and Lee Wood. Over in the UK, Kakachi did his thing, 9th round stoppage. Lee Wood, what happens next for Kakachi? What happens next for Lee Wood? Does he retire at 36? I think he might call it a career. We had the top ranked card, Navarrete against Suarez. Controversy there. It ends due to an accidental headbutt.
This is nasty.
but they're going to probably rule out a no contest and move on. And who knows, maybe fight a rematch. I think that the rematch should probably happen. Ray Murataya wins, solid performance against Abdulayev. And then you had the ProBox card. My man Eric Salubin did his thing, stopping Adriel Holmes in a 154 IBF title eliminator. And then you had all my guys, man, Najee Lopez, Darrell Blasval Saint, Dominic Valle, all of Mark Ferre's fighters. Y'all know how I get down with Mark Ferre. He my dude, bro. Nothing but love for Mark Ferre. Shout out to Mark Ferre, who's actually going to be leaving tomorrow for Colorado. Edgar Belanga's training camp will be in Colorado, getting ready for that July 12th main event headliner in New York City, most likely in Central Park against Turkey's boy, Hamza Shiraz. But let's go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Wax up in the building, who I saw on Friday. What's going on, Wax? Talk to me, brother.
What's up? What's up?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. How are you, bro?
Good. Yeah, I had to show some love to MVP on Friday because I saw that no one else
Thank you.
mentioned it. So
Thank you. Nobody's talking about the MVP card. What, y'all don't watch the prospects, bro? The zone? Like, come on, man. These guys are doing it up. Wax, tell them what they missed, bro.
hey, you guys missed Corey Marksman. What a performance Corey put on. Finished the guy too. Oof.
Great performance.
Hey, I've been watching Corey now for like 4 fights, and I'm glad. I'm glad with what I'm happy with what I'm seeing. We'll see, let's say in a year or so, a title shot on the line for whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I believe so, man. I mean, Corey, that was Corey's best performance, bro.
Yeah.
Against a tough dude, undefeated guy, man. I mean, but Corey was cooking, bro.
Because
Corey did a lot of good things in that fight, Wax.
Before that, I thought his best fight was his draw versus I forgot the guy's name.
My guy Tony Aguilar, bro.
Yeah, Tony Aguilar, who he fought in Tampa, and then he won. But but then this one topped that. And then another performance I liked was Pero getting knocked down twice with like hard shot, and then just keeping his composure and just getting the unanimous decision win. And the fight, Johnny, we were watching it right there. I was like, I think Pero's got this. I'm like, I think he's got it in the bag.
Yeah, man. I mean, he faced adversity, right? He got dropped a couple of times, I believe, in the second round, right? Wax, can you hear me? I think
Yeah, there
Wax
we go.
got it broken up. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, now we're good. My connection did something.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. But yeah, that was. I mean, I thought he was. I mean, I knew when he got knocked down the first time, I was like, okay, maybe it's just a little blip or something. And then, yeah, like I said, he kept his composure. He did his thing throughout. We're like, I even told you, I'm like, hey, I think Pero got it. And yeah, he did his. But I'd like to see his opponent back on maybe a card or something because he was tough, eating good shots and all that.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I want to see him back in the ring again. It's okay, like the crowd went a little crazy when he fell down because he's the hot prospect, especially in for Box Lab and Caribbean and in the heavyweights. But you're gonna face adversity. That's heavyweight boxing, bro. These guys can crack.
Oh yeah, you heard we heard the audience when he went down. They're like no one expected that. I didn't expect it. I don't think you expected him to go down.
Not at all.
I predicted him maybe getting a 6-round stoppage or something, but his guy was tough. So
No, absolutely, man. I want to see him again, though. I want to see him against a better opponent, and we'll see, man. We'll see.
of course, I mean, I don't think you put on performance like that against high prospect. You has to get you some shot somewhere. But also, I want to talk about the fight before that too. I think Nat Dove got robbed.
Yeah, that was a close fight, man. That was a close fight.
I know she said split decision too, but I think I agree with that. I think I'd say split decision for Nat Dove. The draw got me like, oh, all right.
Yeah, man. A solid card, man. A solid card across the board, man. I can't complain, man. It's always a good time, man, to see these prospects. You never know, if you're gonna witness a superstar, in the making right there. So, there's something about the prospects that I love. I love watching them. I love covering them. I love interviewing them. You know how we do. An MVP card is just so intimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the prospects here, they're always hungry. Like Yams and all the other ones, they're always hungry to put out and perform.
Good point, man. And Travius Ingram, Yams. I mean, he's doing it up. I mean, pretty boy Carlos LeBron. He fights there often. My man Tony Aguilar, like you said, Corey
Yeah,
Marks, man. Shout out to Kaipo Gallegos, undefeated. Now 9-0. Box Lab promoter, Box Lab Promotions fighter, super featherweight 9-0 with 7 knockouts. We're gonna look to get him on the show soon. So there's a lot of good talent that we see when we go to these cards that goes unnoticed, man.
yeah. I hope they, and soon they'll make a name for themselves. But yeah, that was my quick little just showing love to the MVP card because no one else did. So
I love
I'll,
it, man. I'm glad
I'll
you did that, man.
so yeah, and maybe I'll see you next month's card. We'll see.
You know how we do, Wax. We will be there, man. But I appreciate you always, bro. Appreciate the love and support, my guy.
Of course.
Thank you, man. That's my brother Wax, man. He's always showing love. He's always coming out to the fights to support in Orlando. A lot of good things going on at Caribbean Royale, man. I mean, I moved to Florida 4 years ago, man, and I feel blessed. I feel blessed that that I started doing this. My passion, boxing is my passion, and I love doing this for you guys. But the fact that Florida boxing is on fire right now is just even it's crazy. Like it's like, a blessing that I came here at this time. It's a blessing that I came here at this time. So, we're gonna keep putting in that work. We don't just do it here behind the mic in the studio. We do it boots to ground, hella interviews. Make sure you tell everybody, your friends, boxing fans, whether they're not boxing fans. It doesn't matter, man. We do it up here at the Hangout Spot. Tell them to subscribe, man. We need less than 200 subscribers to get to 2,000, bro. We need less than 200 subscribers to get to the next goal of 2,000. There's power in numbers. We got to continue to get those numbers up. This is a train now. What we doing here at the Hangout Spot is a train, but we got to turn it into a locomotive, bro. And to do that, we need more passengers / more family members. Keep the chat going. We got a $2 super chat from my brother Polo Buck, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Straight cash, homie.
In fact,
Cash moves everything around me. Free, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
that's how we do it up with the woo, bro. Appreciate you. He said done. I think that's 10, right? Is that 10 for the raffle? Last call for raffles, bro. I'll take a few more. Put them up in there, bro. T-shirt raffle here at the Hangout Spot. My last large T-shirt in gray. Polo Buck. You already won a T-shirt, bro. If you win, people are gonna say this shit is rigged, even though we got a wheel, bro. And by the way, Polo Buck, I sent your T-shirt out in the mail this morning. So all T-shirts that were won last week in the raffle were sent out. My brother Toledo Treese is back on the line. What's going on, Treese? You got a lot to say today, bro.
Yow.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? Yeah, I got some shit to say today, man. I'm on vacation, man. I got time, man. I done got a couple
Where you
days
at,
off
bro? Where you
work.
at?
Shit, I'm mentally. I ain't on vacation. I just got some days off work. I've been in and out of the Chicago. I went to Chicago for a little day trip, then went to Detroit for a little day trip. I'm just moving around, just enjoying the time off. Shout out to all my third shift workers. These vacations hit different for us. But yeah, man. With this, I heard y'all talking that MVP shit. I ain't gonna lie. What you think about it? You know me, I like to match make. Johnny, you know how I get on. What you think about your man Denier Perot against Richard Torres? What you think about that?
Oh wow. Wow.
I heard somebody. I
I
heard
don't
a
know.
little birdie say that Perot might be ready. You know me, they might be ready for my guy Jared Anderson. I said, whoa, pump your brakes. Let's throw him in there with a Torres or something like this. What you think that'll shake like? How you think that'll look?
Oh man, I would after what I saw in the last fight, him getting dropped twice, man. I would I don't know if he's ready for Torres, bro. And that's my guy, man. Pero's my dude, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe another fight or two. But Richard is doing his thing, man. Richard is doing his thing. Shout out to my man Brandon Moore, OJ Bam, who stepped up to get that smoke and lost, but he's from Lakeland, Florida, bro. Polk
Oh
County.
man,
I saw him, bro. We hooked up, man. I saw him at the
I seen your
ProBox card.
picture, bro.
I put a picture of this dude is like a giant compared to me,
Yeah.
but yo,
Yeah.
a gentle giant. Like he was like,
Yeah.
yo, sit here, let's talk. We talked for a while, we chopped it up. And I'm gonna get him on the show. I'm gonna get him on the show because he's got a fight that's coming up in June, but he wants to fight first and then he wants to come on the show. So we'll get Brandon Moore on.
Please
I
do.
don't know.
Did you ask him
another
about
operation.
when you was in Did you ask him about that Skylar Lacey shit? About the shit where my man got tackled, damn near tackled out the ring on some crazy. You seen that, right?
Yeah. The fight, that sloppy
Yeah.
fight or whatever. Yeah. We spoke about that. It was nasty, bro. He
Okay.
said it was nasty, but nah, it was nasty work. I told him, I was like, bro, I was watching that shit and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like we had a good conversation, man. We talked for about at least 20 minutes, 25 minutes or whatever.
That's what's
And
up.
good dude, whatever. But he stepped up for that smoke that I remember his coach at the time talking to me. We were talking, we were like, nah, we didn't want him to take that fight. But that's Brandon. Brandon was like, nah, we taking it. We didn't want him to take that fight. We thought it was a little bit too soon. I don't know, man. I think that might be a little bit too soon for Pero, but I like Pero's potential.
I like it, man. I like it. I didn't know that Nessus guy, Mr. Lorenzo Medina. I didn't know that he got his shit knocked loose. I didn't realize that. I was saying that maybe he should get in there with Pero.
But was that in a real fight or
it was in the TCL? I mean, that's a real fight. It's real boxing. I fuck with the TCL. Shout out to them. But he got his shit knocked loose in the TCL league. That's what makes it, like I told Ness, that's what makes it even worse, gang. Your man got down deep in there. That's like, nah, bro. But yeah, But Pero, though, like I said, he got put on his pockets, man. I'm into it though. He's not ready for Jared though, not at all, not by a long stretch. But
he needs a few more fights, man. He needs a few more fights before we could start talking about potentially stepping it up to those type of guys. But he's on the right path. I do like the fact that he faced some adversity though, and he overcame it. You can't always just spark out all these young dudes that they put you against. And then, when you get, a padded record or whatnot, 18, 19, and then you go in there and you up the competition and you get sparked out or whatever, that you never been in that situation. Like he's faced some adversity, man. And he did his thing.
Makes sense to me, man. Speaking of heavyweights, while we on the subject of it, when my man Wilder fight, I don't know if you know. I know you got a computer in front of you. If you could tell me, I feel like he's coming up here soon,
right? Does it fight soon? Yeah,
I feel like.
Man, that's a Nestor Gibbs question because that's his guy.
Yeah. But hey, man, we fuck with Wilder around yonder. I'm ready for him to get back in there. I'm thirsty. He gonna make me get the Black Prime. I'm gonna fuck around, have to spend a few dollars and get the Black Prime membership. I got to see it.
The Bronze Bomber is June 27th against Terrell Herndon, 24-5, and you know how Ness be like. He got to be on his bum tour.
Yeah,
which to me is I hate that word, bro. But it is what it is.
Fuck it. If he not a bum, he a hobo. But the point being, Johnny, that they got to get beat on. We ain't gonna call them bums. They hobos, but motherfuckers is getting beat on around here. You understand me? Shout out to Wilder, man. I'm happy to see him come back, man. Put them shits together, man. I'm into it, man.
Facts, man. Nah, it's good to see him back in the ring, man. I don't know how much he has left. We'll see, man. We'll see if this is the right path. Nets likes to play promoter. You put him in against 3 bums or whatever, and then he's ready for what. But we'll see, man. That's my dude, man.
No word.
But there's a certain love that he has for certain fighters, and I respect that too. In this game, man, I've learned to understand that there's certain loyalty that you are going to have to certain fighters that just they let you in. You know what I mean?
Word.
This is a
let me ask you. So I gotta ask you. Who is your Keith Thurman? Who is your Devin Haney? Who is these guys for you right now at the moment?
Brian Norman Jr.
Okay.
He like my brother. They show me love, and Brian Norman Jr. is not a big interview guy. Very serious, focused on business. He's very, very different when it comes to pops. with the platforms, but never hesitates to come on my platform because he shows me love. He calls my platform the chill spot.
Okay.
Edgar's my guy. Edgar show me love. I get a lot of hate.
They're gonna be on here calling it the Berlanga spot, the Norman spot.
Edgar's my dude. Edgar show me love. I mean, we talk. We DM. Edgar's a good dude, man. There's a lot of fighters. All the Mark for Race fighters. I got a lot of people. And this is what I love about this journey, Treese. It's not just doing, talking boxing behind a microphone in the studio, doing these shows. It's building relationships, man. I love that. That's what I'm built for.
For sure.
I love to talk to these guys. I love to get in, ask them questions about their life, their career, the nuances, the business of boxing. Those are questions that to me are interesting. I hate on the spot interviewers that want to interview, a fighter and just talk about, well, what do you think about this fight next week and this person and this person and this, like, bro, I get that part of it, but I want to talk about you. I want my viewers to know you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
For sure. No, for sure. That's what I'm into, man. That's what makes me care, man. It's like a lot of people like you heard how excited I was when Badu Jack when he came back into this boxing shit. Mm-hmm. Guys were saying like, oh, he had been out, he's older and all this. But I was excited because, like you say, that's what got me. He gave me a piece of him when I first got into boxing. I got hit through him through Floyd Mayweather. You see me? So I get what you're saying. That's what we need, man. We need that.
For sure, bro. Nah, listen, this is what I love to do. I love, and these call-in shows have been freaking crazy, bro. I love them, man. I love it, man. Y'all got to keep calling in. Yo, the phone lines are open, bro. Treese, you my dude, bro.
I got to ask you real quick, last question before I jump off. Out of curiosity, because you brought up Berlanga, man. And shout out to you and your Puerto Ricanos. What did you think about your fellow Puerto Ricano, Shakur Stevenson? What did you think about him in his words for your man Edgar on the Breakfast Club? You feel me? Basically saying that main event, Edgar. I should be main. What'd you think about that, man? We gotta talk about that.
I wasn't feeling that, man. Like, you got to do better, Shakur. And I think Shakur was trying to make a valid point at the expense of Edgar. You know what I mean? Like, at the expense of Edgar. And they got history, man. They cool like that. And it's fact, I was with somebody on Saturday and they asked him about that. It was with the Mandalorian. He was actually a caller on the show. Good dude, man. We chopped it up on Saturday. He had a credential as well. And he was like, nah, we good, we good, whatever, because Shakur's done, put out a public apology. But I get Shakur's point, but the way he worded it wasn't cool. That's just me. That's just me. He could have worded it. Listen, he could have worded it a little bit better. Is he the more accomplished fighter? Absolutely. He's the more accomplished fighter, hands down. There's no argument. But at the end of the day, we don't live in a world. This is what I try to tell people. I'm just being realistic. We don't live in the 80s no more. This isn't a world where it's all about just accomplishments. It's about popularity. We live in a world where people call Shakur, who is a gifted fighter, a gifted defensive fighter, boring, which I think is unfair. But we live in a world. But then we live in a world where Ryan Garcia is making $30 million and headlining cards, and he's never won a damn title, but he's exciting or whatever. So it's just different. But if you got a relationship with Edgar, you should have worded it a little bit differently. But they're fighters, they're human beings at the end of the day. But they made it right.
Okay, I just had to ask that for sure, man. Shout out to Berlanga, man. We'll let have him back on this show, man. Shout out to the Hangout spot, man.
I'm trying to get him on here. He's in Big Bear right now.
I got questions. I really hope that you do. Could hopefully after the fight, definitely, because like let me when in that New York shit, the shit in Times Square. I'm assuming that I'm assuming that you're gonna learn things from what you did there. So like I'm assuming that they would do because this is supposed to be in Central Park, right? His shit's supposed to be in Central Park. Him and Shakur.
Yeah, Central Park.
I know you're a New York guy. That's where you was, that's where you made your bones and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So what you think about like a fight in Central Park? Is that like, considering how the fight in Times Square went, do you think that they should be doubling back so soon to do an event like that in New York in Central Park?
I didn't like the Times Square event, but I think Central Park can be different and it can be better because they've actually done concerts there where they have thousands and thousands of people there. My thing with the whole thing is don't cut it off to the public. allow the public to come and see the fight, allow 5,000 whatever it is people to come and see it. I think they can do it differently, but the thing with us, and this is where I was going back and forth with Ness, is take the feedback from the people, man, because when you do these type of events, and I love the fact that Turkey is doing these events and he's thinking outside the box and he's giving us things that we haven't seen before. I don't have a problem with that. Keep doing it, Turkey. But with that comes you're gonna have good and you're gonna have bad. Take feedback from the fans. We're the paying customers so that we can make the next one better. That's all I say because I'm a paying customer. Like I told Ness, I have a right to say I wasn't satisfied because I paid. Just like he has the right to say I didn't like Sinners, right? He was a paying customer. He has a right to say that. So, if they do it better and they take the feedback of the fans and they don't, and close off fans and they do it like in a concert like atmosphere in Central Park, which is much more open where you can do that. Times Square is a little bit different in the middle of the street. You got traffic. That was tough. That was tough. The fact that they even pulled that off was crazy, but it could have been better. But I think Central Park will be better because of that. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Well, I gotta take the New Yorkers' opinion. I'm just a guy from Ohio. Shout out to the Midwest. But shout out to the Hangout spot and shout out to Toledo, Ohio. Man, I just want to ask a couple questions, man. You know me, but you be cool, man. Forever a supporter.
You my
Y'all
guy,
be
brother.
cool,
Appreciate you, bro. That's my man Toledo Trees. Toledo Trees in the building. Keep the chat going. We're going back out. We got Mikhail in the building. What's up, Mikhail?
What's up? What's up?
Chilling.
Man.
Chilling.
You cooking tonight, man. You cooking tonight.
I'm trying, man. I can't cook without y'all, though, bro. This is I'm not in the kitchen by myself. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, bro.
Man. Shout out
Go
to
ahead, man.
Hangout
I'm
spot
passing
and
the
the
apron right now. I
family.
need you to cook right now because I gotta put in these names in the raffle. Talk to me, brother.
I got you. So back to fast talking Eddie, man. Oh, Eddie Hearns, man. Eddie slick. Eddie is a slick one. So my thing with Eddie is like he know exactly what he's doing. So he goes to the interview and he says, "Yeah, we sent Brian Norman an offer and blah blah blah." And okay, cool, man. Knowing that Brian Norman already has a fight, he's already going out and he's getting it. What I just don't like is the deception. He's going out. He already has the Jin Sasaki fight. We know that he's going to Japan, but what people don't know about the background, the price about the business of boxing is okay. So as they were negotiating, whatever that he was going to make, and they were going back and forth, and obviously Norman's not a draw at this point in his career. He would be the obvious B side. So he would take B side money. He would probably not get the 50-50 split, may get the 60-40, may get, what I'm saying? So he was going to take less money. He was definitely going to make less money than Boots. And, now you want to come out because him going over there getting that Jin Sasaki money, he about to get paid 1.7 million or more. He may make more. I'm not sure, but I know it's at least 1.7 million. So that means the price just went up. You know what I'm saying? His bag just went up. So you're going to obviously have to pay him more. So fast talking Eddie gets out here and says, "Oh, we sent him an offer, try to, I want to lock in the fight right now." You want to lock in Eddie, that's not how we do business. You know that he's a champion and that they're going out there, they're going to get their bag. They're going to beat a top contender. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be another guy in the top 10 that he's knocked off. And his price is going to go up. You don't go backwards in making money. So you trying to lowball him and get, and that's what he's supposed to do, but it's the way that you do the thing. It's the way that you do the thing. So now you're going out to the public, basically trying to shame him into basically taking a lower price, knowing that his bag gonna go up. Come on, Eddie, we don't do that. When in all actuality, if he was pursuing the Norman fight hard, as soon as Boots got done fighting Stan Jonas and had those belts, that would have been the first call that he made, because the Sasaki fight didn't come about until about 2-3 weeks later. I want to say almost a month. They didn't hear nothing. And so, hey, Eddie's making his moves and doing what he does. But at the end of the day, I think the Normans are playing it smart because, just to be honest, I don't think Brian Norman Jr. is exactly ready for that stage just yet, and that's fair. At the point that he's in is his career, he's not at the same career point as Boots. Like, they're not in the same points in their career, And Boots wants to unify before he goes up to 54, and we understand that. But hey, there's another guy out there with a belt named Mario Barrios, who is a top ranked guy as well, and he went ahead and danced around a unification, and he's going to get a money fight with Pacquiao. I don't know how that's going to work out, but what do you think about that Pacquiao fight? What do you think? Yay, nay? You want to see it? Don't want to see it?
Not interested in it, but this is welcome to the business of boxing in the year 2025, right? Yeah, shout out to my man Jake Calderon from Fight Hook News. He was at the fights as well on Friday. Bob Santos was there. He did an interview with Bob, and he talked about that. They like the fight because Manny's an icon. Obviously they're going to make some coin in that fight, but I would have preferred to see Barrios against Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah,
That's the fight that I would have preferred to see next. Barrios against someone else. Even Barrios against a dude that he just fought, man. They in a draw.
that he didn't look good in.
Yeah, maybe give him the rematch. What was that? Ramos's brother, Abel Ramos's brother.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Abel Ramos, Jesus Ramos's brother or whatnot. But it is what it is, bro. This is the business of boxing. I mean, this guy comes in after God knows how long, retired. He hadn't really.
I mean, he didn't look good in the exhibition. I mean, no, granted, that was a bigger guy and it was some other stuff going on, but he looked heavy. He looked slow. He looked older. He looked like he aged before our eyes. He didn't look like the old Pacquiao.
Correct.
I mean, I don't think Barrios is it for real. He didn't pan out to be what I thought he was going to be. Very talented in the beginning, but he just kind of hit a wall and kind of fell off. I don't know if he got the belt, got comfortable, and doesn't have the drive, or if it just he never was truly elite and he fooled us for real. I don't know, but 47 has kind of dried up a little bit, and it used to be the hottest in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s. That was the hottest division in boxing. 47 was where it was happening.
Bro, not even that. Even before that, when I was younger, 47 has always been that storied, like the go-to division, other than the heavyweights, right? Because people always pay attention to the heavyweights. But 47 is where it's always popping. But yeah, this is if you really, really look at it, the last few years, there's been a downtime at 147 from a name recognition standpoint. But there's talent there. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out, man. We'll see how it shakes out. I mean, I'm interested to see what B. Norm Jr. does in Japan, and then what's next for Boots. Barrios, if he gets through Pacquiao, what happens there? I mean, we got to get some unifications going on, man. That's where it's at. But time will tell, man. Time will tell. We just got to let it play out.
And shout out to the MVPs, the OTXs, the ProBoxes, because that's what we need to really build boxing and really build some quality champions. But we got to get more eyeballs on these guys on the rise, on the way up. You know what I'm saying? We got to get more eyeballs on these guys, because there is a lot of talent. Like you're saying, it's just like I just feel like these promoters and got lazy, and they don't want to build fighters anymore. They don't want to build the stories. They just kind of throw these guys out there, do a little, half-ass promo and say, well, he doesn't sell. He's not a draw. Like, this is the thing. Guy is in the gym. You isolate yourself to be the top and the best and to be elite at boxing. And then you have to promote yourself in today's day and age. It's like you have to promote yourself, because the promoters, like, it's not like you don't have promoters like you used to have back in the day. And why can't I think of his name? The promoter,
Don King.
Yeah, you don't have your Don Kings. You don't have your, what I'm saying, where the promoter himself was a character, and then he knew how to build the fighters into characters and build the fights and tell a story and make it a thing. It's like nowadays they throw up something 2-3 weeks before and expect us to just jump to, and even with the Brian Norman and Boots, how they're going back and forth and they're negotiating. But even in all of that, that builds the fight.
For sure.
That builds because now they're in the media, they're going back and forth. And yeah, we don't like it as boxing fans because we want to just get to the fight. But I don't think we like it as hardcore boxing fans, because for the casual fighters for the casual fans that are looking for the name recognition, when they've never heard a guy's name, and then you just pop them up 2-3 weeks before the fight, a month before the fight, and you throw it out there, they're like, well, who's that guy? He must be a bum. I've never heard of him. But if you build, and, tease them a little bit, and they come to see, a big name, and they get to see other names and other names being mentioned, and the fights are actually built, we might get a better product.
Couldn't agree more, my brother. Couldn't agree more. You always cooking, man. I appreciate you, man.
You already know. Keep grinding.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. My man Mikhail in the building, bro. Last call for callers, man. The link is in the chat. I'll throw it out there one more time. Any last minute callers. If y'all want to pop in here, now's the time. But we about to do this raffle, bro. We got the 10 people, and yo, shout out to Treese, man. Treese, man, thank you for the Cash App, my brother. Putting you in the raffle as well. Let's do this T-shirt raffle, bro. Let's do this T-shirt raffle. Let me share my screen and get this raffle going. Shout out to all the winners that won last week. Yes, sir. We got the names up in here. So we're going to do the raffle now. Damn, where's my, I don't even know what my, I think I accidentally deleted my drum roll. It's all right, though. I got to get my drum roll in here, but let's do the raffle, man. All right, let's get this popping, bro. The Hangout Spot T-shirt. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? We got my man Chad from Canada, baby. My man Chad.
What's up? What's up?
What up, my man Chad from Canada? My man Chad from Canada with the T-shirt, man. We sending the Hangout Spot T-shirt to Canada, bro. That's how we do it up, man. That's how we do it up, bro. So somebody's gonna be wearing the Hangout Spot T-shirt in Canada, bro. Chad, let's go.
What's up?
My man Chad, bro. I gotta play this for Chad.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
He's sending it to Cash, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. So, Chad, send me Cash's full name and his email, not email address. You hear me? His full name and his address, so that we can ship this T-shirt out to him. I'm actually going to. Somebody said, "Are you gonna pay tariffs, bro?" Yo, Chad, am I gonna have to pay $100 to ship this out, bro? Look at Alberto said I'm gonna have to pay $100 to import this shit, bro. I'm paying tariff fees, man. Oh man, yo.
Fucking disgusting.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Fucking depression.
Yo, send me your where you want the name and the address to go to. I'm gonna throw my email on here. We're gonna throw our email on here. Send your info to that email right there, and we'll get this shipped out probably towards the ending part of the week. We're gonna have to work on that, bro. We can't spend $100, bro. He said, okay, thanks, man. Nah, but I can split the cost if it's too high. We'll figure it out, my brother. We will figure it out. But I appreciate your support, brother. Appreciate Cash support. We will figure something out. Don't worry about that, bro. We'll get this T-shirt out to my brother, man. Shout out to all of y'all that sent me some super chats, bro. We just did the T-shirt raffle again. Another successful T-shirt raffle. That's the third T-shirt that we raffled out. Also, Have Boxing. My brother Have Boxing. I saw you in the chat, bro. I sent out a T-shirt to you as well. He's been asking me for a T-shirt for a minute, and he's been a big contributor, man. Showing love and making donations and supporting. So I sent him out one as well. But I am doing, like again, I spoke to the guy. I am going to place another order for a bunch of T-shirts. So I'll let y'all know when that order comes in. That way, if you guys want to purchase a T-shirt, we could get it popping, and I could ship you out a Hangout Spot T-shirt. Make sure when you guys get your T-shirts, you take a picture and you send it to me either on a picture either on DM or email. That way I can post so that everybody knows that you guys are rocking out with me, man. Because we've had people from everywhere call in and participate in the chat today, man. And we going back out to the phone lines with my brother Malcolm. Malcolm, what's going on, bro?
What's good? What's good? You hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, man. Thanks for checking in, bro.
I got you, man. We on the hangout spot. I had to call in, my brother.
You already
Uh,
know.
yeah, man. For starters, we had an amazing weekend in boxing, man. ProBox card was pretty lit. The first fight I wanted to get to, it was the joint with Maine, and I think he was fighting that the Nicaraguan cat. The tall dude.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he looked like he was like a Timu Fundora. That's what I was thinking when I seen him. It was good, man. I thought Maine was just gonna get outworked and outboxed. I seen him before. I remember seeing him before. He has like this little rugged style, and I think he used to do MMA or something like that. But the body shot knockout was clean. I didn't even catch it. Like I didn't catch it because I seen he was throwing rights, and it was just like this one left. It was like a little shovel hook, and he had homie out, man. I know he was on the canvas for like 30 seconds. And even after, like he was just in his corner, and then that man was just wincing in pain. So it's good to see body shot knockouts, man. Because sometimes I get tired of the head hunting. For you to place like a nice body shot to get a knockout, man, it takes very good punch placement. So shout outs to that fight. My boy Valle, man. Him and Valdez, it was an amazing fight. I thought he would have ran over Valdez a little more, but Valdez came here to fight, man. He has some good hand speed. They were both responsible, man, with their exchanges. Both guys were moving their head off the center line with their punches. You know, yeah, I mean, he was just there, man. He was getting hit with some good shit too, and then Vaya just wasn't able to stop him. So again, I'm loving that from ProBox. Like, I don't always want to see everybody just starch out their competition. You know what I'm saying? Everybody you in the ring with, I don't need to see you get knocked out in like 3 rounds. But shout outs to Valle, man, and he's fucking huge, man, for his weight class. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't realize it. Like,
oh yeah, he's tall. Yeah.
yeah, I was just like, damn, man. But shout outs to him, man, and then he got off that fight. Shout outs to you with the post fight interview. This man looked like he could have just went straight into like a modeling gig right after, because he do that on the side.
For
So
sure.
yeah, man. Dude, Najee Lopez, man, I don't got too much to touch up on that because yeah, man, I don't even know what to say. That was a 10 out of a 10 performance, man. Again, body work. He just did everything, man. His punch variety was amazing. It was just uppercuts. He was doing like left up top, left downstairs, right up top. It was just beautiful, man. There's just all the punches. Now, what I was saying, the one thing about him, and you said it, he's very chill, but I hope he kind of cracks out of that shell and he can talk a little more. Because when Shorty was giving him the interview, like the post fight shit, he was just very monotone, and it just seemed like he just kind of wanted to get it over with. But you're gonna need that mouthpiece later on, especially with 175. It's not really like one of the big glamour divisions. You feel me? But him being able to talk and getting the hang of it now, my bad, it'll help him down the line. So I hope he does that, man. And Val Saint, uh, Damn, man, he really breaking ribs out here, bro. That was a
Mhm.
great fight, man. Yeah, that was a great fight. Um, yeah, man, it's just this dude been in there with Conor Ben. He got a little chin on him. I thought it was gonna go the distance. He ended up just breaking him down. Got comfortable. He got his positioning right. He showed the athleticism, just moving all over. The nice little pivots. It was a beautiful performance, man. And I think I told you Valsain is like my favorite prospect. The first time I watched him, I was like, yo, there's something about him. There's something about his style, and I could just see the potential. So it's good to just see him like blossom like that. And even now, there's people on TVV who catching wind of him. So it's pretty cool, man. I just hope his hand heals. And yeah, it just goes from there, man. And that little story, man, he was talking about when he first started boxing. The motherfucker was saying he went into the bathroom and started wrapping his hand in toilet paper and started shadow boxing. I'm like, man, my mom's would have whooped my ass. Like my mom's would have, yeah, she would have put belt to ass on me for that. And Lubin, now see, this is something I gotta say about Lubin, right? He did good, he did what he had to do. Now there was a lot of complaints. People were just complaining, oh man, somebody else would have took this guy out quicker. But Lubin had a long ass layoff.
Facts.
And what I was saying before the fight, I was like, damn, is Lubin one of these Fernando Vargas kind of guys? And what I mean by that is he fought an undisputed champion, Jermell Charlo, when he was like 22 years old. And then he got in with Fedora a couple years after. I think it was like 3 years after. You've been in there with Gachet, I think Ocampo too. But he's been in a lot of tough fights, and he just was in the doghouse at a young age. And when you think about it, Vargas had the same situation, but he had Felix Trinidad, and then 2 fights later, he had De La Hoya. And, I think he fought Mayorga and just a couple other guys. He was in there with just some dogs. So we want these young fighters to get in there and get tough fights, but sometimes these fighters are going to be their own downfall, by just not pacing themselves right. So hopefully that's not the case with him, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like maybe he didn't just spend his younger years just having all these tough ass fights, that it didn't just derail him. I hope Lubin could come back. I don't know how that Bachman fight's gonna go. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. That's a pretty dangerous fight for him. But I do wish that man the best. As long as he just continues to train hard. And last thing, Navarrete, that was some bullshit, straight up.
Mhm.
He's talking about everybody talking about a headbutt. I seen the angle. You know what I'm saying? Navarrete's head was fucking headbutting this man on Suarez glove. I seen the glove, clean punch. I just think it's fucking nasty, and it's just that clear as day. Do you feel me? Like even if he probably would have won the fight anyway, because it's not like he was getting his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers was missing, and then it was a little sloppy fight. But you got hit with a punch. You got caught. You got cut from it. It is what it is. Like if Suarez would have just continued and the cut would have somehow got worse, he would have won off that by like a TKO. But I just think it's nasty that boxing does this shit. I don't know why. They just want to protect guys. Navarrete's gonna be on his way out anyway. It's just fucking disgusting, man. But
Mhm.
yeah. Is there anything else to touch up on? I think that's it.
Nah, man, that's pretty much it, bro. Great call, man. You my guy. I appreciate you. I know you putting in that work, man, for you to be up. You got a crazy schedule for you to be up to support and call in, man. It means a lot to me, my guy.
Yeah, I got you, man. I was gonna get up in like 20 extra minutes. I just woke up early. I was like, fuck it. You feel me?
Nah, but I appreciate you, man. Nah,
Yeah,
great
for
takes,
sure,
bro. I
man.
agree with you. I think the next fight for Lumen is gonna be tough, man. Bakram's a tough nut to crack, but I got confidence in my guy, and Mark Ferrer is doing some good things, not just with him physically, but with the whole mental deal. And that was the biggest thing that I took away from my conversation with Lubin. Like the differences between him and Kevin Cunningham and Mark Ferrer is like Mark Ferrer really, really gets into his mental, and he felt like he needed that to bring out something else in him. So, we'll keep tuned in, and man, we'll see how that works.
All right, for sure, yeah. And then also shout out, my bad, before I end this,
Mhm.
shout outs to the Belonga, man, because I seen him in I seen him in the ring and shit. Nigga was all iced out, just chilling, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker here just came out to show out. But
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
was just funny to me, bro. It was just funny. And I'm like, oh, Ness is probably all hyped just to see this motherfucker. But yo, shout outs to you, Johnny. Appreciate it. You already know, man. When the live is done, I'm gonna watch the whole replay. I got you, my brother. I'm out of
Appreciate
here.
you, my brother. Nah, man, that's my man Malcolm, man. Make sure y'all show my man Malcolm some love, man. Yeah, Belanga, you know he my dude, man. We dapped it up, we hugged it out. But I think I love about Belanga is he's not too big to come to these fight cards and show his brother some support, bro. He was there when Blas Valsain came out. He was there with the entourage to walk him out. He was there with Lubin. That's what's up, bro. But that's a kind of camaraderie that Mark Ferrer has with with his fighters. You got with Treese. You got Treese. You forgot to tell me something, bro?
Yeah.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? Yeah, man, you know me. My bad. We back. Like I told you, we got time today, man. It's one of them days, man. You might get a
One
couple
of
of these
them
days from me,
days.
man. Yeah, man. But hey, man, man. I just wanted to say shout out to the Hangout spot. I hope everybody hitting that like and subscribe button and whatnot. And I just wanted to ask, one question real quick. Well, a couple questions real quick. You know how I do. First, I know you're in Florida, man. I never really got your take about like me. Bare knuckle game. When we gonna get a couple bare knuckle fighters on here, man? I know you know me, man. I just gotta ask, man.
First of all, I don't know nothing about bare. I mean, I watched it casually. I don't know nothing about bare knuckle. And don't get me wrong, man. Sometimes I look at it, I'm like, damn, maybe I need to get into some MMA and bare knuckle so I could.
Hey, man, you done? Hey, I'm just saying, you in Florida, man. That's the place, man. They in Florida. That's the.
I don't mind watching it casual, man, but I can't. Yeah, no, it's boxing for me, bro. This is all boxing for me, brother. I knew. Yeah, you got
we
Malcolm in
love
the chat
it.
laughing, bro.
I gotta ask, man. They know it. They know how I'm getting down. I gotta ask. I just
Malcolm,
had to ask.
Malcolm's laughing in the chat, bro.
I just wanted to say shout out to Malcolm, man. That's my guy, man. He one of my favorite callers, man. I love that guy, man. He's
Yeah.
dope.
Nah, y'all all cooking, bro. Tonight's been been an amazing show. But yeah, to answer your question, bro, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, Trees. I don't know
No, for
anybody
sure.
in
Hey,
bare
man, I
knuckle.
just
You're
I
gonna have to
gotta
be satisfied
ask.
with the
It wouldn't
boxing
be
interviews,
me.
bro.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't ask. They know how I'm getting down, man. That wouldn't be me, man.
Of course.
I guess we're not getting no bare knuckle, but shout out to my bare knuckle brothers, anybody who listening and whatnot. And then I also wanted to ask, I heard y'all talking at Nazi Lopez. You see me? I'm at now. I got a question to ask. When we gonna get a Khalil Cole on here? I want to see Khalil Cole and Najee Lopez possibly, you feel me, lock horns, man. And then if you know Khalil Cole and O'Shea Jones, you know me. Shout out to Toledo, Ohio, and OTX. Maybe we can get the power couple of boxing on the show, man.
Okay, we'll work on it. We will work on it. I know I was talking to that's a good one. We're gonna work on that. Shout out to you, man. But Najee, bro, he's 13th in the WBA and a fight. I know me and Vega were talking about this at during the fight because I don't know if Vega's impressed with Najee, but I want to see him fight somebody in the top 10 now.
Like who? You got to get me in that because I got a guy. Because me, I like
who you talking about?
I was thinking maybe like a guy like Popeye Rivera. I think that'd be a good name for Mr. Najee Lopez. People say that they like to see names.
See, I was thinking along the lines, and I don't know how realistic this could be, but maybe the dude that just lost to Yard, what was his name?
Who lost to Yard?
Lyndon
Arthur?
Yeah. But I don't know if that could happen, obviously, but
former RBO champion. I mean, like I said, either one of them guys, Richard Rivera, him. Those are
Alex Vega seems to think that Anthony Yard is he's not ready for that, and it's debatable. I'm not saying he is.
I would actually on some real shit. The guy, I don't know if you've seen the George Cambos. Did you watch the George Cambosis last card?
Which one was that one?
He fought that even about George Gamble. It was shout out to Tierra Brown. It's really about her. That was the main event of that card. She shout out to Tierra Brown, beat on Sky Nicholson. You see me?
Right. Yeah.
And earned herself a strap. Hopefully you can get a hold of her too. Tierra Brown, that would be a great interview to have. But point being, it was the guy who Palacio who fought Imam Katiev on that card.
Palacio. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was actually, I wouldn't mind that. He's actually number 10. Yeah, for sure. See, that would work.
Really? Okay, yeah. Bingo. We got action.
That would work. That would absolutely work, man. We got to step up the comp, bro, because I think there's something there with Najee. But like I said, Vega was a little hard on him, but it is what it is.
Shout out to Vega. I heard he had a a great time at the fights.
Vega was litty.
For sure.
Litty. That's
Shout
all I
out
got
to
to
him.
say. But nah, it was a good time, man. I got a chance to meet him. You know, it's one thing to talk to these guys and listen to them on the show, the Boxing Voice. Shout out to Ness and all the family. But it's another thing to meet them, right? Shake their hands, get an opportunity to just chop it up with them. I had met Keem already at fights, but this was the first time for Vegas. So it was dope, man. We had a good time, man. I mean, it was I wasn't really with them a lot because I was again trying to get that work. I was down at the bottom. They were all the way at the top. But I made my way up there like 3 times.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Happy you got to do everything. You was working, you got to meet and greet. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That's what I love to do, man. Boots to ground. I love this shit behind the mic, but my work is in the field, bro. I love making contacts, getting people to come on the channel. We got a couple of good ones this week, bro. It's gonna be good.
I can't wait. I heard that we got Adrian Clark. You know, I'm thirsty for it. I love it. I love it. But like I say, Nazi Lopez, Khalil Cole.
Sign me
a
up.
great fight. And please sign me up. And please, 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 please. I know it's the hangout spot. If anybody can make it happen, it's you, man. Look into that O'Shea Jones interview and get Khalil Cole here, man. The power couple of boxing. Shout out O'Shea Jones. Toledo, Ohio's, you feel me, very own world champion. You feel me? But y'all be cool, man.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate the donation before as well, man.
Oh, we gonna get you right again, man. I know I done took up a lot of time, and your time is you know,
good,
we got
bro.
you, gang. We got you. Shut up, man. Y'all
You
be cool.
good, man. You family, bro. Shout out to my brother Treese, man. Always showing love. And shout out to all of y'all in the chat for showing me love. Thank you for the super chats. We did another successful super chat goal. We sending out a t-shirt. This time we going to Canada, bro. We sending a t-shirt to Canada, bro.
Let's get ready to rumble.
We love us that soundbite, bro. We love us that soundbite. But yeah, man, this was an incredible show, man. Thanks for everybody that called in to talk that boxing shit. This is how we do it up at the Hangout spot. If you haven't liked, make sure you smash that like button. Facebook people, smash, come aboard, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Their power in numbers. We looking to get to our next goal of 2,000 subscribers in about a year and change. You know, we moving fast here, man. We moving fast, and that's the exciting part. And this is what motivates me to continue to do this, deliver this content, boost the ground, behind the mic, you know, call-in shows, man. This was incredible, man. Like I said, man, I think I got the best followers, bro. I might be prejudiced, man, but I think I got the best followers, man. Shout out to the Boxing Voice family as well. Nesta Gibbs, all the co-hosts, all the callers, man, that show me love. I mean, you guys have welcomed me with open arms, man. As a member of the community, that's why you guys will always be family to me. This is how we do it up. My man Malcolm Flex, man. Listen, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the donation. Malcolm got the $5 super chat, bro. Just, appreciate you, my brother. Nah, I appreciate you, brother. This is I appreciate you guys showing me love, man, and making those donations, man. It just continues to motivate me, like I said, to go out there and put the biggest and best contents alive out there for you guys. Alberto said, Johnny, you're gonna be in Ness autobiography. I'm actually well, I don't know if I'm gonna be in it, but I'll have a few things to say on it more than likely, bro. Ness is somebody that I consider a mentor in this game, bro. Somebody that I strive to be like one day. But at the end of the day, his work ethic is crazy, bro. And that's what I'm trying to do, bro. Boots to ground, behind the mic. It's all about putting in that work. And hopefully, you get the the benefits down the road, man. But I'm loving this, man. I'm absolutely loving this. Tomorrow, again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have CEO of Fighters First Management, Adrian Clark, in the building. He is the manager of the WBO welterweight champion, Brian Norman Jr. He's going to be joining us. He's got a new he's got a new enrollment program, boxing manager certificate program that you can enroll into his website. It's something that have not been done before. I haven't seen it being done before, right? So we're going to get him to open up on that. and talk about again, WBO welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr. and some of his other fighters, Justin Time Figueroa, who is a prospect. We had him on the channel. Lightweight contender Justin Paolo. He's his manager as well. So we're gonna get him to open up on that. Plus some of the other things he's working on. He's also a guy that is involved in other things as well. That's gonna be an amazing interview. Then after that, we will open up the phone lines more than likely. Thursday, we got undefeated lightweight prospect Derek Scooter Davis, 6-0, 6 knockouts. He'll be in the building. We're going to be interviewing him Thursday, and then we'll open up the phone line as well. Yes, we are going to talk to him about the latest offer that supposedly came from Eddie Hearn to Brian Norman for a potential boots fight. So absolutely, bro. And make sure you guys come out for that. Put your questions in the chat. Like I said, the chat be cooking now. So if you want to make sure that that you have a question that wants to be answered by Adrian Clark or any one of our guests going forward, just super chat it. That's the best way to do it. Not only does it help me out, but I also see it as a start message. So, I can, I can definitely, see that and I can read your questions. One more super chat by my brother Wax, man, the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
And Wax just said, I got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. Yeah, man. Shout out to Wax who actually purchased that tank. I just got my hair done t-shirt 2 days ago from whatsyourhustle.com. He actually wore it on Friday night at the fights, bro. And he he used the discount code, the Hangout spot at checkout for 15% off. Last but not least, again, check out the t-shirts, the lineups that they got, hats, hoodies, joggers for women and men. Whatsyourhustle.com. My man Johnny Dela Cruz is doing it up over there. This is his company, whatsyourhustle.com. Anything you buy, use discount code, the Hangout spot, for 15% off at checkout. Two Toner Superstar also has, some merchandise there, a couple t-shirts, Chili Killers, Musty Energy, Darker Deeper Criminal Link t-shirt, coffee mugs. We doing it up, bro. And you never know what's going to happen in the future with the Hangout spot. So make sure you support, use that discount code, and help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? And help a brother out. But this was an amazing show. I just want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I just want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Tomorrow we back at it. Same bad time, same bad channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adrian Clark in the building. Then we opening up the phone lines. As always, this is your boy Johnny. Appreciate you. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do, all the donations. Appreciate the love and support. This is your boy Johnny signing out from the Hangout Spot Live, and I'll talk to everybody tomorrow night. Peace.